it'll just be recording along the way without us really knowing. So we'll know what we've talked about, and we'll be able to see that screen. Hopefully we'll get the other stuff coming through.
Good one.
So let's now, we probably don't need, as you said, if you go down to Chrome again and you started in Basecamp, we had Basecamp there. So let's click on the Basecamp there, and let's just scroll back up to the top, and I'll just talk about what we are, what we do go through today. So thanks so the idea here is just the checklist, right? So again, we do remind people, the reading it, often the case is that you've been far more prepared than many. So often I find myself snipping, if I haven't done it earlier, if they're struggling, then I'll create, particularly if they've got a logo where there's it's on a white background, it's relatively easy for me to create a 300 by 300 logo. But it was good that you're able to do that. And then the landscape photo that you've selected. And I guess the thing is we're starting from fresh, so that's great. And because email addresses and that sort of stuff, probably other than Google, we're going to be creating anyway, so we'll be okay there too. So let's just scroll down a little bit. I think the next one, what I'll do is I'll send you... we've got Basecamp open. What I get you to do maybe just to the right-hand side, have you got what are we going to use? Have we got a development website for now? I mean, what happens when you put the website, if you open a tab at the top?
I don't think anything happens, but is that critically important because it is the domain?
Yeah. So it's more, so we'll put, I think we'll put this in, right? So that's going to say that can't be reached until it goes live. What are you going to use as far as, have we got something we can cut and paste from in terms of the about detail and that sort of stuff? Yeah, so the stuff that you've given them. So maybe we just need to have that to hand.
Yeah, got that here.
Yeah. Okay.
But I've got a lot of text.
Yeah,
so this is straight from the website.
Yeah, so what we could perhaps do is straight away, in fact, if you want to copy all that,
all of it.
Yeah, copy all of it. I don't know how much. So how much is there? Is it a lot?
No, it's just this much.
Okay, well, that's not so much. Okay, you keep going down. So that's it?
That's it.
So copy that. And what I get you to do is we go back to Basecamp. So go back to your Chrome one there, and then Basecamp up the top. And down the bottom, scroll down. We'll use this as our copy and paste doc anyway, right? So if we scroll down, if you just paste that into here. And in fact, given this stuff, given this is separate, we are going to keep coming back. I'll just get you to paste that now. So I'll get an email now as well that tells us that. In fact, what you can do is you can check it off. Just go change where it says Steve Hubbard. Your comment will be emailed to Steve Hubbard. Just go change for now.
Change,
yeah. And just unclick me on the left-hand side. I don't need an email for it. So let's just go add this comment.
Yeah.
And then we're going to use the rest of this part as our notes. So you could just put comment there now and go notes.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, then you'll send this basically. Yeah. And then the first note that we often take, if you scroll up the top, I think I've suggested a password. So if you go above your one, and just below, it should be the last thing. Right at the bottom of this actually. There we go. See that PRL and a $sign at the end. Capital P, RL, and then we just copy that. Actually, you can copy the whole lot, password, and that way when we're using it, particularly for Twitter and Instagram. And there's one other, the scheduling, we'll finish up using it as well, but scroll down, we won't.
And is that the password? Should I change it?
No, let's leave that as the password for any business-related ones. And as I said, that's Instagram and Twitter only. All the rest are your personal passwords, basically, which I don't need to know. Right? So you just need to make sure you've got a record of it for yourself, like your LinkedIn password and your Google and your Facebook, realistically. Yeah.
So I add this.
Just paste that under notes, and just paste it there, and then you've basically got that sitting there for us. Right, cool.
So that is a password.
And so we'll use that on different things as we get along. So then what I'll get you to do is we'll open up, actually the next one, if we go back up to that checklist, so this is why I need to refer to that as well, is that I'll share the Dropbox link as well. So as you have stuff, I put a couple of things, what you've given me already, into Dropbox, but I'll just share that now to you.
Just with Dropbox, I got one yesterday from the video company who's doing videos for me.
Yeah.
Dropbox, I used to have Dropbox years ago and stopped using it years ago. and so I only have a basic unpaid for one now.
Yeah.
Normally, people share on Dropbox. If you shared something with me on your Dropbox, I can still view it.
Yeah. That's right.
This one came through yesterday or the day before. I said, here are the 7 videos. You take a look at them, make these changes, X, Y, and Z. I couldn't actually...
You couldn't access them. Yeah. Well, let's have a look. I'll share it now. Let's see what happens with this one. It should be that the Dropbox doesn't add to your...
That's what it used to be.
Yeah, that's right.
For this one, for some reason.
It could be how the platform... So here we go. Let's see what happens. And then, this will come as an email. So I'm going to go share. So you can't see this at the moment. I'm just on my email sharing the Dropbox. So
yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell you that Dropbox has always been my best friend, but realistically now we've got a team Dropbox, and so I've been using it a lot over the last 12 to 18. It's sort of become a bit like...
Yeah, this is something though.
Yeah, well, my the people that do the Google tell me, so the guy that's looked after me at Google, he said, we could have just done Google. So Google's and Dropboxes, so I've got it, the different ones, so...
Maybe, I use Google Drive as well.
Yeah. So, but just from having the photos in Dropbox to be able to share them to the scheduler, that's what makes it easy for us. But yeah, let's see how we go with this. And and as I said, this should come to your just.
I'll be interested in how it does.
Yeah, well, as you said, it's probably timely if you've got somebody else said, but it should just sit in Brad's personal one. Now, practice live folder. And here we go.
Sorry. You go. Okay, so I'll just.
Yeah, it's still going. Still telling me it's sharing. There you go. It's said it's just sent, so it should be in the ether. Yeah, where it's got that base camp thing there. There you
go. Okay. Yeah.
So that'll take you off here. Again, I'll get you to drag this. Okay, what's this going? So yeah, that's clearly remembering something that you've got from previous, is it?
Well, I guess it goes to my current Dropbox.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So should I press sign in there?
Yeah.
So this is what happened yesterday with the videos.
Yeah. So there you go. So get more. You'll need more space in your Dropbox.
What is that about?
Yeah. So clearly now, you're right. I think it has changed over time in terms of the thing is that it's see how at the bottom. Even there's things already print, please, Century Rain. Just out of interest, if you go get more space, what happens? Did you do this yesterday? Things like video clearly become huge, right? So basic Dropbox is 2.25 gig.
But
it's not a lot, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I never use it these days. I used to use it years ago. With the videos, the video guy wants me to look at the 7 of them, tick them off before he gets subtitles made, and they go on YouTube.
Yeah.
So my motivation to upgrade Dropbox to $50 an hour.
How much is that? Is that what it is? Is that what you looked at? Do you want to have a look and see what the upgrade is?
Yeah.
See, build unit 3, so it works out to it's about $14 a month. Jesus, and build monthly is $18.
I guess the question is ongoing. Will I need it with you?
I reckon more so if you've got video. The benefit of having it is for us. So the interesting thing is, so that's talking about you. So for me, I finish up so I have it here, right? So we share it, but I have it all sitting on my drive, and then if I'm not using them, I just store them only in the internet space. But the advantage is you can use them off your desktop, so you basically just sync this with the ones you need, and you basically can use them in that way. So I know for me, I'd be kind of lost without it, right? Realistically, I couldn't do the work without it, right? So, so the only thing for you in the same way, realistically, I've got the Dropbox at the moment. It's sitting in there. What I'll be able to do is save the photos off your website anyway, right? So what the way that we normally share is effectively, if you don't have Dropbox, then realistically, what we'll have to do. So in other words, you can't sort of shift photos into there. What we just need to do is we progressively at scheduling, we're just saving a photo, whatever photo we're posting, we're saving that photo. So clearly, and then
so I could send it to you via email.
Well, again, ultimately it starts to clog up MySpace, particularly. Well, you'd actually send it where I've put it here. Most people then would put it into Basecamp.
Okay.
But I wouldn't want your videos in Basecamp, for instance. And then the other thing is it just creates double handling, right? So that's what's happening so the issue becomes...
but the videos themselves, the 7 of them, will be on YouTube?
So we'll be on YouTube. And again, what we'll have to do, though, if you want any to be running on Facebook, I then need to say, well, okay, there's some double handling here, Brad, because I'm going to have to download this video to then put it onto Facebook so it'll run live, and there's some time things around that, right? So it's about so if they're going to put it on, and even if you are putting them on YouTube, often when they say they'll put them on YouTube, again, hopefully you can go in there and do the sort of things you need to do. Just make sure that you actually got the details. But when we're sharing them as a post, we're going to make sure it's something that's going to make people watch it back on the website and that sort of stuff. So you need the link so that you can put the YouTube video onto the website side of things. Anyway, but now it's not probably the end of it. Sounds like you're going to have an increasing need potentially around Dropbox. So maybe it's not something we have to. It's not an immediate issue for us, particularly for today, because you've got access to the imagery that you need already, right? Yeah. So long as you've got access in your folders, and particularly given the amount of stuff, it's not going to, even if we are putting it on Basecamp, and I will do it. There's probably going to be some of these images I'll have to resize just to, YouTube particularly has a big image sort of stuff. Anyway, let's not get bogged down with that. So if you could maybe just drag it across and be aware that, that if you're wanting to do it, it's something that you'll need to, consider. Yeah,
and I'm fine with doing that as long as I need it. It's not just checking things at the moment and then I never use it.
Yeah, I understand. That's right. So I think, it looks like I'd keep that open. So I know you probably don't need it open. So we know the URL, but what we might just do is copy that URL and paste it into Basecamp, just so because you will probably be used instead of having to write it each time. Oh, well, you can copy that URL for yourself actually in here as well. Yeah, for Dropbox. Yeah. So maybe just make it a little note for yourself. Consider where the Dropbox will be used in future.
Well, I can put it as a shortcut.
So what you can do is just go back to Basecamp, which was the one.
A new shortcut.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, that's good.
So what I'd just make a note, if you go to Chrome and Basecamp for us, which was the other one, I think, because we had Dropbox open, yeah. So the one left, yeah. Just paste that link, and we just make a note, Dropbox shared, that's all. Dropbox shared if and when, yeah. And then you perhaps just, as I said. So that we've done that. So the next thing we'll have a look at, and maybe if you just type in the Practice Live again logo, just type it in here actually, just the website, sorry, www. We're probably going to use that today, so you'll just be copying and pasting it at times where we're putting what the website is. And so we'll finish up saying, to be launched soon or whatever the case might be.
Yeah. So the target is the end of this month.
Yeah, cool.
That's a target.
Yeah.
Who knows? Hopefully sooner.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay.
Let's go. The next one I'll get you to do. So we probably can drag. You don't even probably need that open yet. Let's now open up. The next thing we'll do is the different social medias, and we'll start with LinkedIn.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do I go to LinkedIn?
If you type in the top there, yeah, and it'll just ask you to log in. Probably using your just. So you're going to go sign in, yeah?
Or join?
Because you probably haven't done this before. No, you're sign in. There you go. It's remembered you.
Yeah. So this is my personal LinkedIn.
Yeah. So everybody, that's right. So we're going to create a company as well. And we're actually going to use you too. So if you click on me up on the top right.
On you?
As in top right, there's me. Is your little logo picture.
Yep, sure.
In that way, it'll just say view profile. And I'll just get you to copy that link up the top. We're going to see that LinkedIn, and we're going to actually update that so there's no numbers and all that sort of stuff. It'll be a proper online. You just go LinkedIn personal.
Do I post that here?
Yeah, just paste that there. That's it. And but we will update it. But in the next one,
I should probably write LinkedIn personal here.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm going to tidy all this up after when I get back, but it's just so I've got them all, so I know where to find them once I get back. So
yeah, great.
So that's it. So we will create the LinkedIn. As I said, we'll use you, and then we'll create the LinkedIn company. But the next thing I'll get you to open up. So I'm going to get you to open up all 6 profiles to start with, so that we can look at what we need to do, and we can get me straight on as well. So then the next one we'll do is Facebook.
Yeah. So this is not easy with your computer. This is easy with mine.
Well, it's very easy with my computer, but it's your car. So what we want you to do is so that you know if you had to, you've signed in, you know how to get around it and do that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
so do you want me to go into my Facebook account?
Yeah, so you go into yours, and then just for now, that's all we do. So we go to your Facebook and sign in, because you're the admin owner of your Facebook account, basically, in the same way as you're the admin owner of your Google account. So we need to create that for you.
Yep. So this is going to a different place. How do I log in?
This looks like to log in, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. So again, like you did with the other one, just go Brad. You can click on yourself there.
Yep.
And then what we do is
is it thinking?
Looks like it's thinking, yeah. Yeah. Now, realistically, we're going to, if you want to stay private, you stay as private as you like.
No, I've got no real issues with privacy.
Okay, so if you don't, then I would effectively almost reflect this. If you're not using it in a sort of friends and family way at the moment, then what I'd suggest, you almost set this up a bit like your LinkedIn. So you basically have a profile that's, it's a public profile virtually that can assist you in business. So you perhaps go beyond the. And all I'm saying there is that, in this case, we just show that you work at where you work at. So you associate with the page if you wish to do that, and then, but realistically, in here, you can be as public or as personal as you choose to be, right? So if in your case, I would. So for me, for instance, with Instagram, I use it a bit in Instagram in that way. I sort of have, there's a bit of public Steve, there's a bit of private Steve, if that makes sense. So you've got fun Steve and professional Steve, if you like.
Yeah.
With Facebook, I have fun Steve and I have professional Steve. I actually have 2 profiles, right? So I use, because of my line of work, I've set up a Stephen G. Hubbard, which I'll get you to connect now, and that's Dify Social Steve, if you like. So if you search Facebook up the top, you go Stephen G, and this guy is a bit more boring than
Stephen. That's it there.
Stephen space G. There he is. That top one. Yep.
Top one.
Looks like we already are.
Or the second one.
That one there.
No, that's Stephen Gerrard.
Steve Gerrard. That one there. Yep. Yeah. It looks like, so we're already connected, which is good. So that just means we'll be easily able to add me onto the page. So let's leave that as that for now, so we know you're in. So that's okay, and we're going to have to create the live side of things.
As far as
you don't need to look at me.
From my perspective, I don't use social media at all for social things. Really at all. Can I just change my?
Yeah, you'll be able to update
my photo there.
Yeah, of course. So what you might want to do is upload a photo. Go to that
photo,
one of those Ubu ones you've got.
Go to one of those ones, and
perfect. That's a good one. Really good. And what you can then do, that'll actually create a post as well. So, but in this case,
is that okay?
Yeah. So what you could actually do here potentially is just in terms of having a description, you might want to call it the new LinkedIn and Facebook profile pic or something along those lines.
Does it need one?
In terms of description. Anyway, just so they know who the on LinkedIn, you actually have, it kind of forms your bio, right? So effectively, Brad Regan did a little bit of the different roles. In Facebook, as I said, in this case, they'll know it's the same person because you're going to have the same pic. So yeah, to answer your question, no, it doesn't. You can just go save. That's fine. Just leave it as that for now. And then as far as imagery behind, I would...
can I add one of those?
Yeah, I would use probably this... I would use the secondary. Did you finish up getting 2 done? Did you get 2 or just the 1 in the end? Did you get a, how...
I just got one temporary one.
With one. Well, for now, just use the same one then. Yeah. But what I'd suggest in your personal one...
so this is a temporary one.
Yeah. Well, for now, let's use that one on both. In future, I'd suggest... Okay, so we've got this. Yeah, so we know it's stock. We're only doing the setup at the moment. So
it's a setup, yeah.
That's right. So
yeah, no one's going to really see this much.
Yeah, exactly. So for now,
save changes.
Yeah, let's go save.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, cool.
Sorry.
So yeah, and we'll use that on the company ones then as well. Because so effectively, the other thing is we're not going to shout out about any of this stuff until we've got these things live. We just know it's good to go when it's good to go. Yeah. Perfect. And what I was thinking, just in terms of having a bit of this morning when I had a relook at that, I reckon you go with the first image is if you pick the male image, the second image might be the female image, and so behind you. Often with these LinkedIn and that, this could be in time. A better picture would probably be you with your back to a camera, talking to the people, or the types of people that you talk to, for instance. So it actually might be you in action, really you in action. You know what I mean? I think on my, on my LinkedIn profiles and that sort of thing, I actually use my, I have a big picture sort of looking back over the west of Melbourne, so it can be landscape, and because this is about you as such, and you is far greater often than what you do. You know what I mean? Just to be aware of that. But anyway, in this case, for what we're trying to treat, I think that's perfectly good, and it's sort of bringing you into being able to do some of this stuff as well. So, so let's do Instagram is the next one. Instagram is, for now, all we'll do is we'll create it, but let's start by just going
Instagram. I think I have an Instagram account.
You might have one, but we're going to create a company one. So we just go,
click on there.
Yeah, so let's go Instagram. And what we're going to do is here is sign up down, but don't have an account. So instead of doing Brad,
what do you?
And so for now, we're going to hold off on this. We'll do that next. We just we'll be ready to go with that. So then Twitter, the same thing. We're going to create an account for Twitter. And let's just go, sign up. Yep. And same thing, we just leave it as is for now.
Yep.
And then we'll go to another tab.
Yeah.
And this one, see those 9 dots on the right-hand side where it says images in Gmail? Yep. If you click on that one. And let's go. Remember the other day we did Google My Business? It might need you to sign in. Just scroll down a little bit further. If it's not there, what I'll get you to do is type in the top where it says search business. Just go Google My Business. I think just because you may not be signed in, that's what it probably is. Okay, so let's go, go sign in on the right-hand side, that little blue button, And you had it the other day, but yeah, or maybe you did type it in the other day.
Yeah, I think it's so Brad at Practice Live.
Okay.
I think I would have set it
and
up.
What
this
I'll
way.
get you to do is copy that, because we might use that email on anything public facing. We'll probably start using that email, right, as well. So paste
Absolutely.
that into Basecamp as well, which is the far left. Yeah. So
I guess you'll know what that is.
yeah, maybe. Well, just after it, just Google sign in for yourself as much as anything else. So Google sign in, yeah, sign in email, yeah, and public facing email. Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
awesome. All right.
Okay, so next.
Yeah. All right, cool. So what we'll do then is, if you now click on those 9 dots on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Yeah, click on there. And there's my business underneath, the blue little house. That's it. And then what we'll do, and we'll just go get started. Yep. So we're still waiting on the verification, but I'll get you to copy. See that top URL? We probably need everything up to the question mark, so the 117. So if you go, yeah, that's basically your Google My Business address. So if you paste that, copy and paste that into Basecamp again. It's kind of fun. These are my favourite days, by the way. The actual creation is by far and away the most
really
the best thing. Yeah.
Even dealing
they are
with
always
people,
my favourite days.
Even dealing with slow people.
It's always interesting in terms of sometimes I'm reminded of a cleaner. We did a cleaning association in WA, but also the first cleaner that referred us. Like, he started off and he was just swearing every half an hour. By the end, he was swearing every 5 minutes.
Really?
He was just doing his head. If they're not usually on a computer, in his case, he's usually behind a vacuum or a steam cleaner. So
I can imagine doing this with my mother. We'd still be at the first tab.
Yeah, no, and that can be. And I've probably had worked with people a bit like your mother, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Not always, but yeah, it can be. But anyway, they are the funnest, because in actual fact, because it happens pretty, we get through some stuff. So that's good. So we've got that. We'll come back and I'm going to zhuzh that and get me on it. But then the last one we're going to do, if you go to your 9 dots again, let's see what happens. In fact, let's do what you were about to do. Go to that tab up the top, open a new tab, and let's click on the 9 dots there.
Yeah.
Now that you've signed in, and just click on YouTube. Let's go there. And then we're going to work our way backwards.
So should I log in as Practice Live?
Click on your one there.
That one there?
That's it, yep. So in fact, what you can do, go down the bottom, underneath Location Australia, it's got Settings.
Yep.
Yeah, click on that one. And then go Add or Manage Your Channels. Click on that one there in the middle. Yeah, underneath Create a Channel, that's the one, yeah. And by rights, it should be sitting here, right? So Practice Live on the right-hand side, no subscribers. Click on that one, yeah.
Yep.
All right. And then what we're going to do is click on your image up on the top right, where it's got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just go Your Channel. Yeah, and then let's copy that URL up the top. That's your YouTube channel URL for Practice Live. Just paste that in, YouTube. Yeah. YT will work. Perfect. Yeah, so let's go back to there now.
Yeah.
And let's go Customize Channel. I'm next to Manage Videos. Yeah.
I couldn't get an image in the background here.
Yeah, just because of the sizing. I can resize it, so we'll do that. Although, given it's temporary, but that's okay for now. Let's go branding in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then let's update. Let's change to your new icon that you've got, your logos.
Change.
Yep. So just go
to the profile picture.
Yep, that's the one. And then I have a feeling on your website at the moment, it's up to you. I liked all of them, but it's in a way, it's up to you.
Yeah.
I don't think. And my initial thing is, okay, we should probably go practice live on the white, but then that's just because I know it's easy for me to chop and change. But I actually think the practice live on green. I quite like that on your socials for now.
Okay.
And again, if you decide down the line that you think the other ones, but we don't often have three to choose from. But it depends whether you've got a preference. I think in terms of just standing out and that sort of stuff, I don't know. I quite like the like, but that was based on I think what you shared with me around the setup of the website. That sort of green panel does seem to appear quite a bit. So
yeah, it does.
And clearly, it doesn't really matter. You're going to the practice live just by way of font style and stuff's going to stand out anyway. So.
Yeah, we'll try the white.
Okay,
that's okay.
Yeah. Go the white. There you go. Fits perfectly. That's what we want. Yeah.
Done.
Let's go done. Yeah.
That was pretty easy.
Correct.
But that's profile picture though.
Yeah, that's it. So that's the profile picture for the business.
Yeah.
And that means in time that'll update soon, but that's what you'll see when you'll know you're in your channel. In fact, what you've done is the other profile picture on the other one is you. That's where you should have your picture on, just so you know.
On the other YouTube
channel? The other YouTube channel is your personal channel. So this one is your business channel. Yeah, so and that's often the case. Is that often people set up business channels on their personal, which is a bit of a pain because you can't invite others to then manage it because it's your personal YouTube, what you want to watch, footy or whatever it might well be, right? So here you go. The reason you would have had. So what I'll get you to do is
go to the banner.
Yeah, so I reckon you go to that banner. Actually, you can probably do you know how to resize by any chance on your computer or no? Let's see what happens firstly when you put this in. It may be of a size, but I reckon generally it's small. Yeah, so just go cancel.
Yeah.
Let's go to that picture in your folder. And you've got two things you could do is, so we just need to, do you want to, in my one I would go duplicate. Is there a way of duplicating this? Do you know how to do that on this?
No.
Alternatively, what you can do is just go share, send it to me.
Yeah. Should I email to you?
Yeah.
Or put in Basecamp?
Probably either way. Basecamp's probably the easiest actually. Just go, let's close this.
Can I copy?
Save as. Can we save as a version? Yeah, go save as. Banner. Let's put YT banner on it to be resized. So maybe just put it. Yeah, keep it in the same space. Technically speaking, it's going to be just the same because for now you've already just get YT banner resize or something, and I'll resize it. So then I'll send it back, and then you can save it over the top. I reckon the best way to do it now, given we're Facebook friends, send me go back to Facebook. Given you've just done some stuff on Basecamp already, and just go back to, up here, if you go to, see how you've got two and it says Messenger, go to Messenger there for me. Top right, the two on the top right, yeah, that one there. And just type in Stephen G. Hubbard Messenger. The Stephen G, yep, so Stephen G should come up. That one there, that fella. Yeah, and then just where it's got the image next to the plus sign.
Yeah.
And then just add that. If you just send that, and then what I can do is I'll resize it and I'll send it back to you. That avoids us, even though Basecamp will hold that information, it avoids you having to go out of where you currently are in Basecamp. That's all.
Yeah.
So let me. You can take a rest and I'll do the heavy lifting for a second.
Yeah, so you'll resize that to the...
Yeah, I'll just resize it to... Go back to YouTube and just so I can confirm what the size was. Far right, 2048, 1152. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
I think it's cooled down. I've been here since 7:30. And it's actually cooler now than what it was.
Gee, how much rain was there last night?
Yeah.
It's coming down. It was good. Yeah, my favourite nights for sleeping. That's for sure.
Well, you sleep well in the rain?
Oh, I love it when it's raining. Yeah.
Really?
I used to have a
up?
tin roof. I used to have a tin roof in my old place in Western Australia. Well, not old place, but I love the tin roof. And we've got the patio out the back, so that gives the tin roof effect. So I love it.
Yeah,
when
we've
it's
got a tin
raining.
roof.
Yeah.
I find it wakes me up sometimes.
Yeah, it wakes me up. It gives me enormous comfort. I don't know. It's just that sort of snugging,
You're indoors.
So I just, that's sort of, it must be a bit of an animal creature comfort sort of thing,
Yeah.
So that sort of safety thing.
Primal.
Yeah. How'd you go as far as your place well set up for when you could only stay within 5 kilometres from home and that sort of stuff?
Did you? Set up well.
Yeah.
I'm just a kilometre down the road here.
Yeah. Okay, you're really close.
I was into work every day. I never stopped coming to work.
Oh, really? You're over there. There you go. Yeah, this is handy then. So do you drive in or just walk in? Or you ride?
I drive in pretty much every day. There's times when I have walked, but that's once every 6 months.
Right.
But I, K&a-half would be.
Awesome. Oh, yeah, we're lucky. I mean, your 5K radius would have been beautiful anyway.
Yeah. What would have been good for you too?
Oh, I loved it. Yeah, there's places and streets and footpaths that I reckon we covered all of them, and ones that I probably never would have covered either otherwise. And not just that, just the my backyard. Our backyard's not large, but I reckon I've spent 5 years of backyard living that I wouldn't have otherwise done. Just loved it. Yeah, it was just so good. I love the backyard. Now I almost I feel like I've got away from it again. Just because we're out. So, but yeah. Well, that's interesting. So you're a bit like Brian that I mentioned in terms of my Brian at the co-working space that I was at. He continued to go when he was allowed to. He would have continued to go.
Yeah. Well, I had some clients, 2 clients, who said that I was a critical part of their business.
Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
so that
they were what do they call it? Permitted workforce.
Yeah.
So I was fine.
Yeah, I was the same with just because of we argued on the work that I do in terms of being able to, continue to promote those people that were able to do it. But I also had the security because I can do security. So they kind of I had a work permit from the security angle as well as having the, so from a childcare perspective, it meant we were able to keep Oliver in childcare as well, which was, good.
Yeah.
Gee, this is really interesting because this photo, the height. So it's height we want 1152 is the minimum. 1152. This will be a massive photo once I'm finished reading it, by the way.
Okay. So you put it back on Facebook?
So I'm going to put it back to you, So I'm just going to go save. First I'm going to move it into your Dropbox so that at least I know where I put it. There we are. And we'll save that. And I'll send it to you. And you just replace it. You just save as, depending on how it comes named to you. Give me 1 second. Now go back to you. Yep. So that's to you. It looks the same, but it's a much bigger image now. So probably click on it. Yeah, click on it, and then you just go download up the top. You probably can save image as actually, and then just save it over the top of the. Actually, what you can do, you just call it.
YouTube file.
I think if you go to where you want to save it and you click on that same one that we actually called it draft, remember?
Yes.
So if you go to save to there, and then it'll ask you, do you want to? So that one there, YT banner, and then go save, and it'll say, do you want to over the top? Yep, yes, that's it. And now that should be good to go with you putting it into the other one to upload. Yep. And as I said, you kind of the issue you got here is that it's going to look okay on yeah. The only time people are going to look at it is you, me. So even I would almost bring it down a little bit, so you get the top corner, so that top right corner.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just probably go with that for now. At least you've got the image. But the main thing you're going to see is that little, someone with their arms crossed and their and.
So that's all we'll see.
Yeah. That's all you. Yeah, but as I said, most people aren't going to go necessarily into your YouTube channel for now. And given it's a draft one, it's actually probably a good thing for you to know, to have in mind on YouTube. YouTube's the only one that has this thing because of the so many different devices that it can be viewed on, right? Whereas all the other channels, you pretty much see the entirety of the picture.
Yeah. So
what you could do, let's see if you can bring it up so you have his face. Yeah, do it like that. That's better, actually. Yeah. Yeah, it's arguably better. At least you've got the little pictures in the people on the left hand side. Yeah, I'd have a tighter picture for this one. Yeah.
So can it go any tighter than this?
Let's see whether you can. I don't think you're able to bring it up. So if you bring that middle box up, then you lose the benefit of the little stick figures.
Yes,
I think the fact that on YouTube then you don't. You assume it might be male. We know it's male, and you'd see it if someone was actually going to your YouTube channel on the TV. But otherwise, it's a little bit more generic. So I think that's probably better.
I think that's fine, isn't it?
Yep, let's go with that. And then the bottom one is a watermark. So again, you can just use the same logo and have that watermarked on your videos as well.
This one here?
Yeah, I reckon the white generally is going to be best on a video. So yep, let's start. Cool. That's then the next one is basic info on the right hand side.
Don't press show all.
I'm not sure what that one is.
Okay, that's right.
Top right, you've got basic info there. Yeah. So we've already done your channel. We're going to go. We'll add all the links later because we haven't created them yet. But scrolling down, you can put your email address in there, so you can copy and paste your Brad at email, or you can just type it in, whichever's speedier. I made an appointment with someone today and realised that Dify Social I'd put a V in, so they got it as. So I've become a compulsive cutter and pasterer.
Yeah, I should do more cutting and pastings. That's right.
Yeah, that's right. And then scrolling down.
That's it.
That's it. Okay. Well, let's go publish for now on that one. So that's it. So that'll update.
Don't add any more links.
No, that's it for now.
We haven't got any others.
We'll come back. Yeah, we're going to add all the links once we get to the end. Once we go back. Yeah. So. Okay. So let's go view channel now. Oh yeah, that's just there. Yeah. I'll get you to. And so we'll just have the one YouTube. You can close all the ones to the left, right? All those other ones. Yeah.
These ones.
Yeah. Close that, and then the other one. Yeah. And then now on the right-hand side where it's now got the Practice Live logo, top right.
Not there.
No, top right corner next to the bell. Yeah. Yep. Click on that one. And then it's got settings underneath Locations Australia. And scroll down a little bit. And then it's got add or remove managers. So this we just put in the...
Yep.
So you got manage permissions. You may be asked to put your password in again sometimes. Let's see. There you go. Yep. Sometimes it even sends a code. There you go. No, that's all right. So yeah, back to manage permissions again, the blue one. And then use the plus up the top right. And just go Steve at diffysocial.com.au. And it should be a picture of me. You can click on the bottom fella.
Bottom one?
Yeah, either one's fine. But yeah, choose a role. And we just go manager for now. And invite.
Yep.
And I'll go and accept that on my email. and then you'll get an email that said Steve Hubbard can now manage, and it's because it's Google. It's a Google product, so it'll come to you as from Google.
Yeah. As an email.
Yeah, you'll get an email.
I guess it's an email with Practice Live.
True. Yeah, that's where that'll go to. If I can see where my emails are there. Yep. So on my end, it just says Brad Regan invited you to manage Practice.
Yeah.
Live. No, I'll accept that. Done. Cool.
Okay, so I should have
now. Yeah, it might take a little bit to come through, but if you, oh, there you go. Yep, there you go.
I have to verify.
Nah, that's it. So just
Okay, so.
Yep. So if you refresh that, you'll actually see that that's probably got me in there now. Oh, yeah, doesn't matter. Done. All right, so let's go back and click on the little red Actors Practice Live on there.
Yep.
And then we'll move on from there. For now, I'll actually go your channel, and then we'll move on.
Which is?
Click on that one there, your channel, and we already copied the URL, so we know. So effectively, we will come back and customize by putting the about detail and stuff in, but it's probably not the best place to start with. So we'll just go to Google My Business next. That one,
yeah. There, yeah.
Yeah. And then here we're going to go view. You actually probably can put business hours if you haven't done already on the left-hand side. You see how it's got update business hours?
I think I did, but they were slapdash.
Okay.
Because I was
have a quick look.
In a hurry for some reason.
Okay, so you have done that. Yep.
So that's not that critical.
Yeah.
The rest are all fine.
Yeah.
I'll admit that's fine. No one looks at that really.
No, again, it's interesting. Depending on your business, it's quite interesting. When I've worked with certain businesses, yeah, true. You better not.
Oh no, that's wrong. So how do I?
If you just backspace in there, what happens if you? Oh, yeah, there you go. PM, 5:30 PM. Yeah, I've done it with certain businesses, and people are going, "Oh, you Google. I search you on Google. It's supposed to be open." It's like, oh, who looks at that?
Yeah.
I've had it with Inflatable World. People got really dirty if we didn't keep it up with public holidays and stuff like that. Because they just rely on it, right? That it's going to be telling the truth instead of that thinks of, oh, give it a call and we'll just make sure. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess Inflatable World's a bit different, though, isn't it?
Maybe. Yeah, true. But it just sort of says the way people think nowadays.
Yeah.
That everything's true and accurate. And
no, look, not after COVID.
Yeah.
Apply.
Yeah. No beer o'clock anymore. Well, a later beer o'clock. What's this? A pre-provided example for 2:45 PM. What does that say?
Please provide a valid time, for example. So it means that, I think.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. All right. Just scroll down a little bit.
Yep.
I see that's because it's still probably not live yet. So that practicelive.com, it knows that it's not live, so it looks like it's scratched it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's okay. I hope it doesn't. It shouldn't affect your verification impact, but anyway, hopefully it's something you confirm once it's done.
Good point.
Yeah. So let's go. Let's go back to home on the top left. Sorry, on the top left on the scroll bar. Yeah, just go there. Yeah, and then we can put in your cover and your. If you scroll down a little bit, usually it sort of says things to do to complete. So on the right hand side, it's got add description. We could have a start at going with your description. See how on there you go plus?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And see, you got 750. That's where you've got your about us. If you want to sort of go there, you could even copy it all in, and we'll just decide how we want to. So I think it's on your Basecamp. Remember, we pasted in there. So if you scroll up, let's have a little bit. So practice life. So I reckon everything up until so it's only 750. We may practice life helps owners. That's going to be the key for start thing. Is that first sentence? Um,
750 words. That's
let's if we
that's
copy and paste.
yeah,
let's copy and paste and let's go from there. So just go. Let's. I reckon we don't have the Brad part. I reckon you just do. Okay. You can see how much we get to. You can copy it for now, but yeah.
No, look, less is more.
Let's go there. Kind of just into Google next to it. Yeah, and just go paste. See how much gets in there. Okay. Okay, so what do they get to? Just scroll up the top and I go back to that thing. I think it's telling you less is more. So Google My Business next to it. Yeah. So it ran out of space at allied health practice owners are some of the most overworked. So let's just go back up to the top and let's see where that. So maybe. So
that wouldn't count.
We could space that out to start with. So get that part. Practice Life helps owners create the allied they dreamt of. Create the health business they dreamt of when they first started out. A high percentage. Yeah. So I reckon. I think we take out that paragraph. I think we have something along the lines of we look at to find out.
I think we've got this already, have we?
I think, know. Part of it, I think, is we need to then because no one realistically not. Again, a bit like banners. Most people aren't going to read this. There's some searchability in it. What we need to probably have is that the next call to action to which is that banner. Remember that on the banners we have that sort of catch cry. What did that say? To start growing your something along those. To start growing your contact. So it's almost like the catch cry into contacting you.
I know what you mean. Can I see whether this goes in?
Sure.
Just it may not fit. Also bullet points.
What you could do maybe is actually go straight into I say our mantra. How much did you lose?
What does it say? Our mantra.
Our mantra is above that one there, that line there.
Oh yes, okay. So these are bullet points. So does it do bullet points?
You could. You'd have to just type them in and then hit enter, that sort of stuff, right? So
how do you?
But so put a little dash or a dot maybe. Yeah, and then space and.
Okay.
Was that it?
Does it show?
Was that the last dot point that you needed? Was as in? Because it's saying 721 out of 750. So maybe you could put a space in between each of those little dashes as well, just so it kind of get that way when you copy and paste it back. As in, I was thinking the space as in, how you've got the dash and it then goes capital G straight away. So just have a space between the word and the dash. That's all. Yeah.
Sure.
I'm going to have a look at it.
No, that's it.
Was that the last dot point, or did we run out of dot points?
No, I think that was the last dot point.
Yeah. Okay. So that's okay. I wonder if so above that. So the actual catch cry on the image that you had was increased income and a practice that grows without you, right? So I wonder at the bottom whether we can have a little bit of a play with that. So that says to increase your income and have a practice that grows without you.
Which won't go in.
Because to increase, yeah, so we might have to play with some space up. Decrease your income and...
No, that's it.
I reckon that the mantra is the most important. I think that I almost wonder if some of this next stuff. So have our mantra. Let's see. Okay. All your contact details are already going to be on the other part of the page. So maybe for now, let's just copy that so you know what you've put in there and paste that back into Basecamp as your long about where you've got up to 750. And yeah, so just you can yeah, maybe just go and enter, give yourself a bit more space again. Yeah. And just give it a paste. And other things, long about. We're going to use it on other things probably as well. But yeah, for now, let's go long about. Yeah, that's it. So maybe let's leave it at that. Go back to GMB there. Yeah, just go apply. Yeah. Guess we're using it because we can. Then go back to home. See, it took it back into details. Just go home and then scroll down a little bit and you'll have the logo and cover you can put in here as well. So add a logo on the right-hand side. And it should be the same thing. Just go got it. And then scroll down a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Choose a photo for your logo. That's your cover. But yeah.
So is it the wrong one?
Yeah, so no, that's okay. No, you can put your temporary cover in there. So you should be able to use your Allied Health Man. So select a photo from your computer.
Yep. Now the regular one.
I just use the regular one. Yeah, it doesn't need to be huge. This one. And I would just put a description on it. This says practice live. Oh, no, it doesn't do it, but it will allow you to think on logo. So just go choose logo, choose photo for your logo. Up above, in the blue button, and then just here, in that part, it's got choose photo. The blue button, One's got add videos, and one's got that's it. That's just your white logo.
So this is a logo.
Yep. And here, I think you could write practice live logo. Basically, this isn't going to change. So, as in. It just helps from a search. If you actually then search practice live, it'll probably come up. So just bring it out. So grab the corners so that it actually sits in there and give yourself some white space around it. So, yeah. And just where it says add caption, just go practice live. And as I said, you can call a logo. Yep. And then enter. And then just go set logo. That's that done. And then on the left-hand side, underneath products and services, you should get users, and that's where, there we go, and that's where we just add me again.
Yeah.
So add users. Just put in Steve at. Actually, just out of interest, do marketer at. Up in the enter names. If you click in there and just type in the email address, is it below? There you go.
Yeah. So
just because I'm interested, we might not use it, but try marketer at. It's been picking up a different face. So Dify Social, DIFY social.com.au. It's picking up an Adelaide marketer. It's like, yeah, so no, just get rid of marketer. Just in front of it, just say Steve. So up the top. That's very weird. Lauren was actually one of the first that got work elsewhere. So it's like,
oh really?
Yeah. So she's finished up doing it for a gym. Yeah. So they can do the face below. It's probably, we know that's me. Yep.
Yeah.
And choose a role as just manager.
We don't have to put in your email address.
No, that's it. So that's picking up. That is my, yeah. The reason I say try market is because marketer just forwards and is part of Steve. So it should work either way.
Yeah.
And I do get the marketer emails. It's just picking up on that photo. That's all.
Done?
Yeah, done. And for now, on Google My Business, I think we've already copied, and we're just waiting on the verification, right? So I think we've got that for now. So
exterior photo?
Yeah, not for now. So not until you're actually operating. I mean, you could do an exterior photo of here.
I've got one.
Yeah. So if you wanted to add that in there,
should I?
Yeah, you can. Yeah. I mean, in fact, it's probably, even for the other things, it's probably a good one for you to use in, for these different things.
Yep.
And in fact, once it is verified, the best thing that you can do with Google My Business, up until now, before you could do updates, was actually to just load any photos that you think are. And in fact, you probably could add a photo of yourself as well. See it, and see how it's got. See on the top right, where it's just got plus.
Yeah.
Just add a photo of yourself that you're using on, your LinkedIn profile, maybe.
Yep. And it doesn't need to be uniformity as far as the the headshots are concerned.
Oh, it does on the different sites, but just in this case, we're just adding a photo because we can. But yeah, on your logos for you on LinkedIn, it's important, as your profile picture is important, but these images we could use at other times. As I said, when we're sort of talking about you, or we've got a testimony that's come in about you, then we can use the other images as photos as well.
Yeah.
So there you go. Yep, cool. And as I said, they just become these ones. Once it's verified, we want to make sure that we got the photo that we want to use, because the first photos you put in clearly get seen a lot more as people start searching, right? So so the initial photos are the ones that get seen the most. But good idea adding the external. Cool. Let's. So I've got access to that now, and I've got access to YouTube. And we could just go sign up for Twitter, I reckon we'll do next.
Yep, so that's to verify and to show all.
You can't verify that yet until you get that postcode. No, I don't know. I think show all is something else. That's actually to do with your images. See how it's got the YT? It's actually more to do with your downloads and stuff. It's not to do with the actual internet above.
Yep, okay.
So let's go to Twitter.
Twitter. So close this off?
No, keep them all open. Keep them all open. We're going to come back and just make sure that we're going to appreciate all of our work at some point. Practice live. Let's type in that as the actual. You're able to get your Practice Live email, correct?
Yep.
So you've got access to that. I reckon let's use email instead.
As a name?
So you Practice Live, see how it's got phone down, and then underneath phone it's got use email instead.
Yep.
Sometimes if your email is associated with another Twitter, it just can be cause issues. So if we put the proper email in, then we know we can add your mobile to multiple sites usually.
Yeah.
You might as well use your birthday just for security stakes. You're pretty close to what Oliver's due date was, but he arrived 2 weeks early.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
He was due. I'm pretty sure he was due 15th of December. We were thinking, it's going to be close to Christmas.
And he's at the start of December, was he? End of November.
He finished up being 30th of November, Footscray's postcode, 3011.
Oh, yeah. It's easy to remember. So he's a Sagittarius as well.
Yeah, so there you go. So next, up the top. And you go next. Generally speaking, you're only going to be using this stuff for work. So just scroll down and sign up.
Yeah, only work, absolutely.
And then you'll go to your email.
In fact, hardly ever for work either, to be honest.
Maybe refresh. It's usually pretty quick here. There you go.
56 20 84. 56 20 84. No, what am I doing here? 56 20.
Yep. And just go next. And password, just copy and paste that password we've got on Basecamp. Remember, that's the one we're going to use. If you go over and that suggested one, just use that in there.
What am I doing here?
Twitter there, yep.
Save.
Yep, save that one. And then you can do your logo, your practice live.
This is the logo?
Yep. Social, I think.
Yeah.
And then next. And then your bio. I reckon we do start. This one gives you a bit more flexibility in your bio, but I think so that first, so I think we need to consider a combination of Practice Live helps owners create the allied health business they dreamed of. They dreamt of when they first started out. So you could use that if that's wanting, because we've got about 160 characters here. This is the short about, right?
Yeah, sure.
So there is the other alternative is increase helps allied health increase their income.
Yeah.
So that's the alternative, I think, is the banner type wording. So Practice Live.
So this is really not about me personally.
No, this is all about the business. So you could almost basically say increase your income. So this is that whole. So I'll get rid of that for a second. Let's work on slightly different. Yeah, let's work on a slightly different, more your banner type image font, which says increase your income.
Yeah, that's right.
Probably keep it standard text size. So no capital I. Just to reduce your clinical hours.
I'm not even sure about that.
What of your could you call it your allied health practice?
No, it's too.
Or your health practice.
Yeah.
And you probably wouldn't put a capitals even though. And then I would almost make it then the contact. So contact Brad Regan. I'd probably keep it on the same line because it's not so much that you can. Yeah, so just contact Brad Regan.
Email address?
At Practice Live, because we've got a bit more space here. At Practice Live.
So AT?
Yeah, just write at. Yeah, at Practice Live. We might finish up changing this a little bit, but yeah. I know Practice Live, call it, yeah, this time you can use your capitals, so Practice Live is clearly the name or something. So at Practice Live, do you want people phoning you? By phone or email?
No, I definitely want them phoning me, but I've got to keep in mind that this is Melbourne to start with, but it's going.
Yeah, at the moment no one will see this until we want them to see it realistically. That's the other thing. So I think nowadays I think you'd best put +61 and then your number. So contact or and then put the email address.
Is that how you write it, or do you gap between the three?
I think you don't even have the 3. You just have the 422. Yeah. So
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
for mobile. Yeah, +61 422, or. So what you could say is in front, you'd say by phone, probably after the practice live.
Don't think I'll fit it in.
Contact. Well, maybe what you do is put M in front of the +61, and as you said, we're going M or E, and then as you said, we're going to maybe have to play around.
Yeah, that's
so
it.
Just keep typing it in, then we'll see if it'll let you keep typing or no. Okay. Practice. Contact. What we might have to do is contact Brad Regan. In practice live is going to be above everything else. So let's take that out.
Okay. Yep.
Increase your income, reduce your clinical loans. Contact Brad Regan, and then put M. Or that's going to fit.
Look at that.
Okay, and what I might do is we've got a bit of just bring that backspace back. I'm going to use an emoji, I think. So firstly, so we'll use the phone. So if you go top right and open a new tab,
yeah,
and we'll just go emoticons in the search.
Emoticons. Yep.
Yeah, and enter. Copy and paste. And so, which one is it? Scroll down. Or maybe I should have just gone emojis, not emoticons. Sorry, emojis, copy and paste, my bad. So I think it's actually emojis, not emoticons. I thought it was the other way around. There we go. There we go. Click on that, copy and paste. Yeah. There we go. Get emoji is the one I wanted. Yeah. In fact, just for me, copy and paste that top URL.
That one there?
I should be having that in the in my setup,
copy.
So that I tell
into
people
Basecamp.
Yeah, into Basecamp underneath, and maybe put it above the long about, so that we kind of keep all the URLs together. But yeah, just put it in there. That's it, just so we remember. And then go back to that get emoji. So the emojis look a little bit different. Just close that one there. And what we're going to do is search. We're just going to do phone here first. And because now phone and email, pretty much people use their phone for everything, right? So we can click on that. Click on mobile phone. Just go down below. Next one down. Yeah. And then scroll down a little bit and see it's got copy. Just go copy on that. Yeah, and then go back to Twitter, which is the next one over. Yeah, just put that before the contact and get rid of the full stop after health practice. Yeah, and then
paste.
Yeah, then give another space in between that, and then maybe take away a space. Take away a space after the practice. Yeah, and then put it into there. Yeah. Increase your income, and given that's 160, whenever things sit as 160, I always think we should take it. But let's scroll down. Let's have a look.
Is it a phone?
That's a phone. Yeah. So basically,
wouldn't it be before the M or?
Well, you use your phone for going online, for web, so that's why we tend to use the phone. On different ones, it'll come out looking slightly different. But,
that's fine.
Yeah, I reckon let's copy all that and paste that in as our short about for now. It actually has to be slightly shorter for Instagram again, but we'll just copy that one as our short for this, and then we'll go next. Oh.
Is that right?
Let's see.
Do short about.
So scroll up. Oh, yeah, down below. That's fine. There we go. Yeah, good.
Okay,
so back to Twitter,
yeah.
And then let's go next. And interest, well, you can actually write health. Oh, yeah. Healthcare, yeah, maybe. Click on that one. And then we can go skip for now, maybe. There you go, medical. Well, actually, it's not really medical practices. It's press right.
I'll see what it says. Would Allo Healthy?
Yeah, let's have a look. Just click on that one fourth down. Yeah, let's have a look at that one. There you go. And let's just go next for now, just in terms of often I skip. We'll actually find the things to connect with rather than this. But yeah, just go next for now. Gets you a sense of who's probably using that. Just go skip for now. Yep. And then what I'll do so that I remember is if you just go where it says more under profile on the left-hand side, get you to actually click on analytics. Just we'll turn them on and turn on analytics. And then what you can do is just copy that link up above so that we know we've turned it on.
Copy this?
Yeah. Just as I said, we know we've turned it on. I actually don't report on your tweet flow and that sort of stuff. Effectively, it gets to a point that just everything goes through to the keeper though on Twitter. So it's always interesting if you do want to have a look that often you'll get a lot more sort of impressions on Twitter than you will on the other ones because we're posting through there just because it lets everything through. Its algorithm is such that everything gets seen in a feed which has millions and trillions of tweets happening every second. That's the difference. But whereas Facebook basically goes, okay, we'll let a certain amount of people that are following you see it, but not everybody else. So unless you spend money on it. Yeah. And in fact, even Twitter's algorithm is probably changing, but it just tends to be more generous. So when we tend to look at it. So you probably go back to that tweet one and you can close that one and then just go back to, so we've turned it on and we just close that one and go to the one and then go back to the one on the left and we're going to do something here is if we go to more again, we're just going to add your phone number behind as well so that we've got that. So settings and privacy underneath analytics. Yep. And then in fact, I wonder what it's called you. So let's go account information on the top right. We've got to make sure we call it. It's practice lives. It's already taken from memory. So just copy and paste that password. Oh, there you go. It's already remembering. You just click on that. Oh, it's actually giving you practice_live, which isn't a bad way to do it. Just go confirm.
What do you say practice_live?
When you it saved it as that. But let's have a look. So see now, see at the top, the username it's given you is practice_live. Probably not a bad way to go. Yeah, given practice live isn't available when I did the search, that's being used by something else. So let's go with practice_live. The other alternative would be to go practicelive.com.au, but I think in this case let's keep it with practice_live. Yeah. Now let's click on phone up above.
Phone, yes.
Yeah, you click on there and you can just add. It'll probably ask you for password again sometimes. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Just click on it. Just click on it below. Yeah. And then go next. And then put your phone number in as well.
So is it 422
Correct.
295?
Yep. And go next.
Any gaps here?
No need for gaps. Yeah. Yeah, verify phone. It'll just give you a code.
I need my phone.
It'll just come as a text, I think.
Yeah. 569.
Okay. Awesome. And then you can go back to.
Sorry. Oh, sorry, Luke. I'll just check. So I thought. Oh, I think I actually booked it. Yeah, sorry, Luke. I just.
All right. Where do you? We can probably.
Yeah, we can go. You're right. Sorry. I'll be out in a second.
It's probably break time for us anyway.
I'm not even sure.
Yeah, that's right. What we can.
Yeah, he's right. I've got to go.
Because we're still sharing screen, all it'll mean is we'll sit side by side. We can even go in your office or
no,
go
we've
on
got it
coffee.
in there.
Okay.
It's just a smaller version.
Yeah, no worries.
So
let's do that.
Yeah.
Keep our computers running.
I forgot all about that. I'll unplug you for you.
Yeah, thanks. I think
Cool.
Okay. No worries. It's probably done its job now. I reckon I probably don't even need to plug it in.
Yeah, I think I'm the same. I think I've not got enough. So I'll just show you.
Yeah, so then I kind of just, and then I was able to keep going.
The mini version.
Yeah, it does the same thing.
That's good.
Yeah.
Mid-session coffee.
So we're close to that now. Yes, nothing saying. We're setting now. Just off Charles Street. Beautiful spot. Yeah, so the hardest thing we want to have
You've even got a mini whiteboard for you.
That mini
like
whiteboard?
Mr. Whiteboards.
I've used him a couple of times. Good value. Now, so cast is the same sort of deal. Well, you won't cast in this meeting room.
Yeah, no worries.
so you get in zone. And that's probably right out for a bigger house. You feel like that everywhere. Are you still focusing on the west or are you doing a lot? Yeah, So he's a risky guy. It's easy to integrate with it. Well, since you've been with 1 0, I know.
Sorry, Scott. Yeah, I'm better get some money. But you can see off next couple of days.
Yeah, no worries.
Get some targets. Have you got pom-poms?
I got pom pom on a beanie, I think.
Just a beanie.
Not like
Whatever
that.
you got. It's really that kind of areas.
Easy, I will do. Oh, yeah. Maybe. Yeah. What's happened? I had a mole. I'm going to say like little something. I know yesterday. Yeah, well, that was good. Yeah, no, you picked it straight away. I was a fly off actually, but the other thing is bad. It's fine since COVID on for a bit of checkup along those lines. I normally I had to get a referral at the same time. I went back to blue, got to see, and then while I did, we just got that quick face. I'm like, oh, yeah, well, not so not as in yet. Yeah, so I've got it COVID. Yeah. Well, I think what's the range now? Oh, so both my parents. Yeah, most people seem to be fine. You get a feeling that it's the white blood, the numbers aren't scared. Like, if you actually look at the evidence, very high. But it's no more like it. The incentive for them is the reality is always not your they're not the highest.
No, it's no. Um, do you know Mama's Knows West?
I do. Yeah. She's done a couple. I've probably spoken to her on the phone and stuff. Yeah, she's done some things for Footscray Traders at one point. I got her in, so yeah, she did
Yeah,
for 10. Oh, that's me still sharing through. There we go.
There you go.
So
Okay.
We were
Where
just
to
finishing
now?
off on Twitter, weren't we? So I think we're done on Twitter, but let me just double check. There's one last thing. I think I was just going to look at it's accessibility display language, I think. If you just click on that one on the left. Oh, no, that's all good. Maybe it's on profile itself. Just go profile again on the left-hand side under messages.
Yeah.
Oh, that's privacy. Wait, I think that just unclicked. You've stopped sharing big screen.
Oh, geez, what's... So it's
I wonder whether they pinched it. What he was
No,
fixing over there.
it's a totally. Well, yeah, I guess it could have happened somehow.
So, let's just refresh that. Just make sure. Oh, no, we haven't put the logo in there. Sorry, the cover in there, have we? Yeah, so that's what we need to do next as well. Just refresh. Just hit refresh on that. Drop down.
Jordan, what's going on?
If worst comes to worst, I'll just. You know what? I've just realised I can see your screen anyway. Just so you know.
Oh, you're mirroring.
Well, no, I've got the because we've done that. Remember, you said you'd share your screen. That's how we've got it on Whereby while it's recording. So, yeah, it is up there. But if it keeps happening, I'll just watch. I'll just look down here. So it looks like you refresh that, so we can see our detail there in terms of contact. Then the next thing is go your edit profile and let's put your cover in as well.
Yep. So is this a banner image?
Yeah. There. And then just drag it down a little bit, as in the other way. Yep, that's it. And apply. And it's dropped off, but let's look at this for now. And then if you go,
nice.
Yeah.
It's a pain. Why would I do this?
Does that keep turning off?
Is it because your boardroom is also coming on? Do you need to unclick boardroom and just have meeting room?
I think that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Get rid of that.
So stop casting. Yeah, okay.
I think
Now you'd be right.
Yeah, thanks, Jordan.
Cool. Done. And so just scroll down a little bit.
Is Melinda Gates getting divorced from Bill?
How do you know that? Did you hear that something?
Oh, no.
I think they've just. I wonder whether they've. And they unclick boardroom again.
Stop casting. Yeah, can you see that down there? Melinda Gates announces. Anyway, that doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter, but it keeps clicking off and on, so let's not worry about it for now.
Yeah.
Let's just look at this.
It's still showing boardroom.
Yeah.
I'll just better tell Jordan in case they drop off. It's still showing on passing boardroom.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll yeah. So stop casting.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to sources maybe.
Yeah, I'm just going to do something.
Yeah.
Just going to turn. Is it an issue if I turn? Is there anything? Is that a live?
Yeah, I'm doing a whole lot of stuff on
Live through a website, are you?
live, yeah, on social media.
Okay. All right then.
I wonder whether now that just give it one more try.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not going to work. Go there. See, it's still showing on casting it.
It always wants to go to probably the.
Has it this?
So for some reason, it's still showing on casting the boardroom.
And then when you click the other one, it keeps the other one going as well. I think that's what's happening.
Yeah,
So,
you're getting both.
so that's what each time we do it, but then it flips.
Yeah.
It drops and flips.
The only thing I know how to do, Brad, is to turn. So it's all through Wi-Fi.
Mm.
It's obviously confused because these are so close to each other. I can't believe we've never come across this before.
It's happened to them again, I think.
It doesn't matter if you go in and out quickly on the internet.
disconnect?
Yeah, you can do that, and then just come back in. We'll be fine, so long as you're still going to get your internet back. Yeah.
Yeah. You just might have to copy. You probably copy that text just in case. Cause
no, that's already saved. It's already got. So
as
that's
long
all
as
right.
it's
We're okay.
already-
Fine.
Do you do desktop? Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, at least it's showing now boardroom.
I'm thinking maybe by turning the Wi-Fi, it totally disconnects it. Short of that, I'll have to speak to Sam. I don't know.
Well, I think that's you got it now because before it was showing boardroom was connected.
Yeah. So, but
So
now
stop casting.
have you got Wi-Fi? Have you got your Wi-Fi back now?
Yeah.
He's got his. Okay. Well, let's see how long that
Because
lasts. It should be okay.
this actually goes through Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
somehow maybe it's getting confused. I don't know. We'll see if that works.
But it's seen by disconnecting and reconnecting. We're only on this one now anyway, so that's good.
Yeah.
So I
Hopefully.
think you might want to. Yeah, then go again because it must have dropped off. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Jordan.
Give it a go. All right. Yeah, so let's just scroll down a little bit here on this. Oh,
What's wrong?
that's weird. Well, what were we looking at? So, so practice. But you know how before, edit profile. We were going to put in that. Now I remember we were going to put in the cover. Yeah, let's bring it down. Let's just hit apply on the right. And save. That's when you'll see it. And now go edit profile again. And there was just to scroll down the page a little bit.
Yep.
And then your location. So you just write
Australia or Melbourne?
I think basically it doesn't pick up on where you're writing. So what you could do is write Spotswood, Melbourne, Victoria, or you could just write Melbourne, comma, Victoria. Your choice.
Or Australia?
Victoria, Australia. Just put the space. Yeah.
How far will I get?
Oh, you'll get all the way, as it turns out. There you go. And then I just copy. Yeah, well, you've got your www. Once it's live, I'll actually copy. It'll probably be a HTTPS.
Yep.
So I would generally use the HTTPS. Cool. And then you can go save. So that's that. Awesome. So then the one thing I want to look at, just go. Still need a profile. Just go more again on the left-hand side under profile. Display under Help Center. It's got display.
Yeah.
I just want to pick a green rather than a blue because you don't have any blue in yours. So click avocado. There you go. You got So there you go. Let's do. And then I don't just scroll down. I think that just sets it. But go done. Yep. And then there you go. So it just sort of puts a bit more on brand. You used to be able to put the actual branding code in, but now it just seems like you've got to pick between the set colors.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right, done. Let's go. I reckon what I'll do is actually Facebook rather than. Actually, no. I'll change that. Strike that. We'll do Instagram. Then we'll set up the page. It just so happens we'll set up because they're connected, right? Or we will connect them. So we'll do the setup as per. Let's start with your practice email. So we put that in there.
In here.
Brad app. Yep.
Yep.
And then we'll call it Practice Live as the full name. And I think we're best using our username so it's consistent. Let's go practice. So you can keep this lowercase and do an underscore practice. So practice then underscore live. And then copy your password that we've got over on the other. Over there.
Where am I going here?
Oh yeah, it's probably here we are. Sorry, there's my version and then there's the one you copied and pasted as well. So all the way to the bottom.
That's it.
Go into the add upload. Click in that add a comment because it looks like we might have gone out at one stage. So there you go. It's all still there, which is good.
That is
lucky.
lucky.
As I said, it's good like that though.
Yeah, it is very lucky.
Yeah. There you go. I actually see that practice live. It doesn't like it. So it's not available. So what about if we do, given it's not available, I'll get you to go.
Was that just with the underscore? It wasn't available? It wouldn't
see what happens if you can get practice live without the underscore. As in, there has to be one as in keep it all together because it's a URL it creates, so you can't have a space.
Okay.
No. So I reckon go practice live com au, as in no dot, but you just have to go. In fact, I think you can have the dots, but I would just, people kind of know that if you've got the com au. Let's see if that's available.
Oh, it
That
is.
is available. So, given that's available, let's also update it. It's not, well, although the length of that, PRACTICIBELIBECOM. That's not going to. So we're just going to have to finish up having different for Twitter and for the Instagram. Yep. So let's go with that.
Copy and paste this into Basecamp?
Not now. It'll
Okay.
bring it up. It'll come up anyway. So let's just continue on and then go sign up.
Sign up, yeah.
Yeah. And then your birthday again. I think it'll knock down that username, by the way, just all lowercase. So.
Yeah.
See, this is why I like you to do the driving, so I can just, that inner school teacher that likes to sit back and.
Now, this is good because you take more in if you're doing it yourself.
Yeah, well, you definitely do. And as I said, I've had people that, particularly ones that maybe it's a bit like an antenna man trying to put. I always sort of, if you try and put an antenna on the top of your house, and you waste hours, and you realise that you still haven't done exactly the job, and then all of a sudden you're doing it with them, and then they go, "Why did I waste it?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
So you should be able to just put that punch in. Oh yeah, it's will come from Facebook this time, so you might just need to refresh it. Send receive. Yeah.
49, 61, 35.
Yep.
41. I've forgotten already. What am I doing? 49,
49. Yeah, 496135.
496135. 496135.
Yep. Yeah, just go. Yeah. And go next. Add a phone number. Yeah, so put your phone number in here. I was going to say it can get testy, some of these accounts, when they don't. And then send confirmation. So they like to have both in there nowadays. So just scroll down. If it lets you, it's weird. It's on a.
That is weird. What is going on there?
You're able to, whilst it's fast, just hit a next. Please wait a few minutes before you try again. So let's. So it's got blocked on the term. Let's go. Just get rid of. Go into the URL up the top. Yeah, and just get rid of all the terms and unblock. Just go. Yep, just write Instagram.com forward. Yeah, and then go enter. And so it's blocked you in there. That's weird.
You can drive for a second. I'm just going to get my water.
Okay, no worries.
If you think of anything. It's right here, sorry.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to try signing in. This is why am I trying to use it? Jeez, but you and I have much different. Well, I don't know how you do it.
What's that?
You drive, yeah. But I can't. It's too sensitive.
No,
is it?
No, it's the screen is different to this.
Oh, I should have been watching
So if
there.
you look at
Got
this,
you.
it's fine.
Oh, yeah, got you.
So get out of this.
I know, keep that in, but let's just write Instagram and just write sign in. So we'll just write Instagram in Google and not try and we'll just have to try signing in. Yeah, you could try that. No, I fear that Instagram. Yeah.
Log in.
Yeah. And close the other one for now, actually. Just close that one so that and just go log in. Yeah. Yeah, so you're still going to get that. I think we might sit and wait, and if it proves too hard, then we prove too hard because I might have to then. So let's set up the Facebook next.
Sure.
So we can drag it all the way across Instagram, so we've got it next to it. As in, grab the tab if you can and keep it on that same line bar. Yeah, there you go. Just leave that there, and we'll just. It's very weird. You know what? Have a look on your email. See if you received an email to verify your account.
With
Yeah, with it basically because sometimes they'll say we noticed a suspicious sign-in. Was this you? So maybe don't you have your practice live one? You
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Is there anything from Facebook saying
from Facebook?
So Instagram code. You click on that.
But that's just one we received recently.
Yeah. So. And you got it on the phone as well. The other thing is, can I get you maybe? Let's add. Have you got Instagram on your phone? Because it's a phone app.
Yeah.
It's often much better done certain things on the phone. So maybe if we go, if you don't, maybe add it. There you go. You've got it there. Yeah. I can drive this one if you
go
like,
for it.
Right?
Yeah.
So we've got here. So what you'll be able to do. So I couldn't refresh. So we've got internet still, haven't we? Okay. We don't want to add friends. What we want to do is switch accounts. Probably add an account. All right, and what did we have? We did.
As far as username?
Oh, yeah, so what we'll do is we know we did your email, right? So which was Brad at?
Yep.
Brad at practice live. .com.au. That's right, isn't it? practicelive.com.au.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep. And then our password we had. I can get it from.
Just
do you want to go to Basecamp?
Instagram?
Yeah, the one that we just click on Basecamp for me. So back on Chrome, and it's pretty much similar to the. And there it is on the top. So it's capital P.
Oh yeah.
Capital P, lowercase r, capital L.
Yeah. 2105.
2105.
04.
04.
$.
Dollar. Login. Yeah, time requested out. Yep. Different things happen at different times.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to, for now, what we need to perhaps just type in is just go underneath where you've got analytics, Twitter, and so on, down below. So, yeah, just type in Instagram if you can. So basically, just write Instagram, and do a dash. And we, if you go to the tab you've got up open there, for now, let's just copy actually that URL because that way I'll be able to. Okay, there we go. Oh, So let's just copy, or at least just copy that URL up the top for me. It's interesting that, and then I'll be able to show them on what the issue. Yeah, just paste that in. Yeah, and we just make a note to give yourself a bit of space underneath. Issue signing in.
Do I put the issue?
Instagram issue signing in with glitchy terms and agreement. Basically, is it glitchy terms and agreement? Yeah, yeah, that's it. And so underneath, we know that we signed in with email. You just say Brad at email used, Brad at email, and password above. And the username we went with in the end was username practice live com. AU. It's just something I'll follow up with them. So
stop butching. What's that mean? It means
it's done the same thing again. The other thing, what we'll do is let's keep moving on it, and we'll come back to it. I reckon.
Sure.
Essentially, it's not letting you accept the terms and agreement, right? So, but because it's linked to Facebook, once we set the Facebook page up and we try and connect it, then we can go through Facebook to let them know I've got an issue, and we'll fix it. That's fine.
Yeah, sure.
So let's close this one here now.
Close the whole Facebook.
Oh, no. Sorry, this tab. The X. Just close this image. Close out of this image. Yeah, that's it. Right, and now what we're going to do is you can close my message over here.
Close this, yeah, sure.
And then we're going to go, I think it's the drop down on the right-hand side next to 20 plus. No, it's not. It's the, okay, to, it's pretty much, clearly I often get these. So just go on your 9 dots next to Brad.
Yeah.
It's the new vision on this, right? So here we go. Pages, click on pages in social there. So actually you probably can go on either one. Yeah, so you can go pages there. So you got Real Edge, and now we're going to go create new page on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
And we're going to go practice live. Yeah, and category, probably. I'd do allied health to start with. I think you can use 3 categories. If it has allied health as a category, just scroll down and see what local service. No, try health. See what else we got there. So health, beauty, mental health, medical and health. Let's maybe go with that one at the bottom. Yeah, and then go professional services or something along those lines. So no, up above in the category you do what happens even with coaching or professional service. Yeah, no, professional sports team. No, that's not going to do it. Consulting or business consultant. There you go. And then I didn't mind the idea of being local service as well. So effectively, if you write local service, yeah. Cool. And then our description, we could use the Twitter type description that we've copied into over here. So the short, this is only short, this one. So let's go increase your income. Yep, that should fit into this one. And let's go scroll down. Character limit 255. So it looks like we've made it within that. Yep. And create page. Okay, and then scroll down. Oh, sorry, that part. Yep. was created. Then scroll down a little bit, and it's saying put in your profile picture. So as in bring that sidebar down so you can see where it says the next little bit.
Yeah.
Add a profile picture, which is your which the profile picture. This one is your logo. So put your Practice Live logo in there, I believe. And then the next one will be your cover, which is what we're going to put in there as well.
And what's this one?
And so that is your banner up on the left-hand side. Yeah,
it's pretty well.
Yeah, and then scroll down. I think that's probably it by the look. So this goes save. All right. So then, so while I'm just to go with things that I can see, go add an action button. See, it's got add action button on the
yep,
button
certainly.
here. Yeah. And let's just go with a contact us and use probably the website. So scroll down. Yeah, so I put
not
the
email.
website is. Well, yeah, and this when it's got here, so ultimately once it's live, they'll be able to see emails, phone numbers, everything. So for now, yeah, most people, and the other thing is on social media, they won't contact you with email; they'll contact you with direct message. So which kind of works in the same way, right?
Yeah.
It create username.
It's there.
Yeah. So this will take you into the area you want to be. I think we want to use the same username as Instagram. So let's go Practice Live.
It's all lowercase.
Yeah, all lowercase. Practice Live .com.au. Yeah. And click out. Yep. Create username. Yep. Done. Yep. And then so we've got. Yeah, actually, in fact, this is interesting. We might as well. Usually, what I do is go down the left-hand side column, but see how it's wanting you to follow certain steps. So let's step through the way it's asking us to do it. Right. So click on the one step. Establish your page identity. So click on that one.
Yeah.
Add a profile picture we've done. So it's telling us something that we already have done. So then, in fact, see how you've got that profile picture on the right-hand side. If you, because it's created that as a post, just where the three dots are on the left of that, just go edit post.
Yeah.
And what I'd like you to do is copy and paste the short about, because that's what people will do when they come.
Still be
maybe the last thing you did anyway, isn't it? Yeah. Contact Brad. We could actually put a couple of hashtags actually under here as well. So, in fact, even just go enter, and then our hashtags would be practice live, one word, right? Just so you know, and then space, and then a space, and then a hashtag again.
Yeah.
Allied health. And allied health, business something, business consulting, or if you'd like to put it, maybe a good one, given it's sort of business consultant, allied health business consultant. Yeah, that's
under the one.
Yeah, and I think that's about right. Yep. So it's usually any more than three is kind of you start to. Yeah, it doesn't add too much value. Health business consultant, health practice. Actually, yeah, let's go with 4. Okay, then get a space again, and then put business consultant as a hashtag last, because that would. So in other words, no. So space. I wouldn't have that too long a hashtag. So health practice, I think, is good, and then so that people, and then have another hashtag and just write business consultant. And maybe I think there's 2 spaces in between health practice and business consultant. So let's just copy those hashtags and paste them into Basecamp so that we know that's what we're using. And if we, so just underneath those. So
underneath
that, just go paste. Okay, and then back to Facebook. And we go save on this message now.
Yep.
Okay, we'll just go not now for that. That's fine. Yep. And if you like, just by way of, not that we've got any posts coming through, so we don't actually have to pin it, but just so you know, we can pin. Right, choose a category we've done. I was telling us the ones we've got. Okay, so you scroll down a little bit. 5-step info and preferences. So let's go into that part. So add your website. So just click on that and DW. Yep. And then and then you can close that. And then you've got add your location. And so I'd do this location. I would write, if you, so 208 Horse Street, Botwood. So you have to, I'd get rid of all those. So knock this off and maybe do 208 Hall Street so I can work out where the address is and get rid of all that blue stuff that's around it. Put a capital S just after street.
Yep.
As in, sorry, make the street a capital. Call it, just actually write capitals. Yeah, street. I'd write the whole thing, street.
Yeah.
And then you could put in, so let's do that to start with. And then go into where it says Spotswood, get rid of Spotswood and start typing in Spotswood so I actually can find it on the map. Spotswood. See how it's putting you in the Bahamas or somewhere at the moment, right? So then get rid of the zip code as well. Click into zip code and just knock off the 5 and put the 5 in. Yeah. Okay. Now click out of this, right? So see how it's not really finding you. So just scroll down a bit. Scroll down a little bit. Just so now you're going to have to, using that is go minus, 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 and we're going to have to find Australia and just drag you over to it. You're in the ocean at the moment, see? So keep going, and let's drag you across to Australia to start with, and then we can come back in. There you go. Yep. And now just zoom out a little bit again, so you can work out you're probably in the Bass Strait.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then bring yourself up. And now we're getting closer, so we can drag ourselves over to this side. And then you can just pinpoint it.
Yep. Hit someone.
You can probably bring it right in once you've got into here, yeah.
That's good enough, I think.
Yep, sure. Okay. And then down, so that should be it. Yep, so that's that project. Hopefully those have been saved as well, so you can close that up on the top. Yeah, yep. That's that. Then you've got business hours, so do the same as what you had for now. You can maybe, this might be something, you can just write always open for now, for the purposes of now. And let's just close and add a phone number. So,
yep.
You're probably not going to do WhatsApp unless you use WhatsApp.
Just the 6
1. The 6 1 goes in that part. Yep. So if you just write Australia, or find Australia, there you go. That's it. Yeah, and then click out there.
Okay. Yep.
And then close that. And then it looks like we've done it, right? So we're not going to invite anybody into this at this point in time, but the next thing, if you go now on the left-hand side for me and scroll over, just go, if you're able to bring it down a little bit.
Yep.
Scroll down a little bit further. Edit page info.
Yep.
Well, just refresh this page, reload page, yeah, either way. Oh, just go back. It's because your URL changed, that's why. It's not, so basically up the top, see how you've got facebook.com, go up in the URL there. Just type in practice live after the / type in practice live .com.au, which is the
practice,
and get rid of everything after it.
.com or just
just .com.au, and get rid of all that other stuff. Yeah.
Window?
Yep. And then what you can do is just copy that URL and paste it into Basecamp, so you know that's the link that would go on the website as well. I'll tell you all this stuff later, but so that's your Facebook. You probably put your Facebook up above. Go back to where all the links are for different things. So yeah, underneath Instagram.
So just there.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep. That's it.
Sure.
Yeah. And then back to Facebook again. And sorry, so now that we've got that, if you now go on the left-hand side and go to edit page info, this time you should be by rights be able to click in because it'll know the edit page info. Yep. So now if we scroll down a bit here, so it's got all the stuff that you just did. Email, so add your email. It hasn't got that in there. Yeah.
Very good.
And then we've got this stuff here, which is maintained, so that's good. Service area, you can put in your, you could probably just do Greater Melbourne or type in Melbourne to start with, and then Melbourne, Vic, Australia. Yep. I'll just hold on to that for now. And then we've got that side of things. So scrolling down, privacy policy, you might finish up with that. If you do on the website, you just put your privacy policy link in there, and that's just collection of data or anything along those lines. So scrolling down, and this other stuff for now, you can probably leave this. It's not really. So this one here though, Instagram's interesting because let's go back to Instagram. Let's see what's happening over there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try refresh again. Now quickly, so let me just try and see what happens if I try and sign in. Because you're getting a glitch, it doesn't like something. I'm going to try sign in with that detail. So let's...
just a second, let's click down here.
Yeah. I'm going to try signing in from my... So I'm going to sign out of my other stuff. So we're rare for...
have you seen this before? This happened?
I've never seen this before. That doesn't... So... well, it's... I can honestly say with a lot of setups, there's often one or two little things that will happen. You go, I've never seen that before, but now I have. I know that
all these years.
What can happen? There can always be an issue, whether it's Twitter or Instagram, when both the phone number and the email haven't both been put in it from a security. This is close to that sort of issue because effectively, but the lucky thing for us is we know we've put both in. So we know that they're both already associated. So this being glitchy, I'm not too panicking about it. I think we'll be okay. It's just is what it is for the time being. So I'm going to try signing in at mine and see what... I'll try in Safari, given you were using Chrome. So I'm going to try using... and we'll use your email. So that way you should actually get a thing. Someone else is trying to sign in. So we'll go with Brad at Practice Live. What will be interesting if I get the same glitch, and then we know what the password is. I'm going to copy it. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's see how we go. Brad at practicelive.com.au with the same password.
Yep.
Yeah, I get the same message. Yeah, message. wait a few minutes before you try again. Okay, so we know at the moment there's an issue with that. So let's do the next thing, which kind of makes me think. So let's add me to the Facebook page, and then I can take it up with Facebook and we'll get it sorted. So actually scrolling down, what you can do, just enter account username. What you could write there is go practicelive.com.au. That is the account username. And then go to the plus sign on the right, that one there, yeah, and we'll also add Twitter, and then so go plus again, something happened there, yeah, and so here you're going to go practice_live, yeah, and then you're going to instead of Instagram, you're going to call it Twitter.
Yep.
And I think that'll be it. So scrolling down further, that's it. So that should have saved that.
Yeah.
So let's now go on the left-hand side. You've got page. I'll get you to click on page for me up the top.
So, yeah.
Actually, if you're already in settings, so scroll down. You might even have it here, actually. Scroll all the way down. It might say users. I go settings. You click on settings for me. Yeah. And on the left-hand side again. So left-hand side, bring the bar down below. You'll get to slow down a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, up a little bit more. Page roles. There we go, page roles. Just click on page roles there.
Yeah.
And then you just go scroll down, and it's got a sign. Actually, it's still loading. So once it loads, yep. So scroll up a little bit, and then you're going to go Stephen G. Just type in there because we're connected. You'll find me, Stephen, and then a space G. Oh, there you go. Click on that one.
One there.
Click on him, yeah, and give him admin. So on the right hand side, it's got editor. We go admin, yeah. Up the top, yeah, and go add, yeah. And that's your Facebook sign in for you.
Just my password?
Yeah.
Oh, not the password from Basecamp?
No, this is your personal Facebook one. Yeah, that one.
Did it come through to you?
It will. I'm just actually now. It's interesting. It must be because of my No, I've been logged out of Facebook. I do my two-factor authenticate info. Oh, here we go. Actually. 2, 3. I'll tell you what, my battery goes pretty quick. I'm down at 45 again already, so it just goes to show you. I think I'll leave it all day too long sitting in a
hibernation.
No, just having it connected all day. And so clearly what happens is the battery over time.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, so it's probably a mistake to do it.
You're supposed to run it down, aren't you?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's the same with my electric scooter. So yeah, I bet if you refresh now, you should actually see that I'm now able to access, and so I can then do any updates, which probably means the next. So at this point in time, so yeah, what we can do is if you just go click underneath the Facebook logo on the left-hand side, it's got Practice Live. Just click on that. Yep.
Yep.
And I believe we've already copied the Facebook URL, didn't we? Yeah. So did you take a copy and paste that? Yeah, just check. Yeah. Yep, we've got it in there. So that's it. I've been added. I can now, if there's anything else I think of, but the main thing will be just to connect your Instagram to that. Once we've got Instagram, I'll just do the upworkings on that. So let's move on to LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And let's
so
do
you've
that.
definitely got admin.
So I've got admin now. So yeah, I can double check on that. Actually, we may as well not be overly too bravado. I'll double check, but yeah, it's only it's only in it's only when we're doing ads manager that I need to get a notification and sign. Yeah, so yes, but in this one I'll just see. It probably shows on your one as well, but I'll type in Practice Live and I should be able to see it as an admin. Actually, to start with, practice live is probably going to be quite hard to find because it's not got any connections or anything along those lines. But anyway, practice live, I'll do it as one word. That might make it easier. In fact, I'll just type it in one word up the top, practice live. It's live.com.au. There we go. Yep. So I've got access and I can create posts and update and all that sort of stuff. So that's all good.
Excellent. Okay.
So let's go
LinkedIn.
back to your LinkedIn. So let's do. So what we can do is update your.
This is my personal one.
This is your So basically, we have a public personal profile.
Yeah.
And maybe what we do, because we want to create the other one, so with the language on the other one is easier to do. So let's do that first. So if on the right-hand side it's got work, right? See on the top right, on the 9 dots.
Yep.
If you click on that, you might want to knock down. Oh, yeah. And then scroll down the bottom. It should say create page, I think. Yeah, create a company page. And then just click on messaging. It'll knock those messages down. It's on the right. Yeah, there you go. Small business, and then practice live. And so see how it gives it a dash for practice live. I don't think you can put underscore in there. So let's go with, we'll have to go, just try what happens if you did an underscore practice live. But I think LinkedIn likes to use dashes. Yeah, you can use a dash basically. Website, so you got your website, you got www.
Yep.
Yeah, and scroll down. Select an industry. So we're going to do the same as before. We'll go health. I reckon it's going to be in there. And the only thing with whether you go business consultant or whether you go health, I guess maybe go with the industry you're serving.
I'm not sure it even had business consulting in there for some reason.
Yeah, I think it calls it like professional services, that sort of stuff. It gives it a more. Yeah, you're right. So maybe let's just put it into the area that you're going to medical practice. Or that's not medical; it's health practice, right?
Okay.
Cool.
So I think all we could choose was health, wellness, and fitness, or healthcare. I think.
Yeah, maybe hospital and healthcare, just because healthcare is more likely to be. Then company size, given you're talking to me, maybe go 2 to 10, just because of the fact you've got other outsourced functions.
Yeah, no, I've got a few, 4 or 5 really.
Yeah, yes. So let's go privately held, and then it probably won't put it in here, but let's go for now, because I know it never saves this. So just click on I verify I'm an authorised representative underneath on the left-hand side there, and then scroll down a little bit and go create page. Yeah. And now we can go and see how it's got logo. It's got upload there. Yep, put in that part. And then see the little pencil next to the logo. If you click on the little pencil up the top.
I do, yeah.
Then put your white logo in there. And then, so just where it's got tagline and that sort of stuff.
Short description?
Yep, so we'll just use that short description. It's only 120, so you're probably not going to be able to put the contact Brad, or you're not going to be able to put the email at least. So what you maybe for now, just put everything to the phone number and not have the email on it. So just do contact Brad to there. Yeah.
Will that work?
It'll be close. What we could do is probably contact Brad rather than the Brad Regan, maybe, or maybe there's a couple of things. You could almost go call Brad. That would also give you a couple of extras if you need them, but you might make it here actually.
One short, okay. Can I take away?
Particularly if you wrote call and then you got rid of the M, it'd actually give you quite a bit of space, probably increase your income.
Oh, absolutely, you're right. Yeah, because it is a.
Because you only got call there anyway, so call Brad, and you could just say on rather than them having the mobile on.
Yep. How's that?
That fits, right?
It's good.
Yep. And then just bring it down a little bit. I think that's probably all there is on that, isn't there?
That's all
so
there is,
that's
yeah.
it. Go save. Yep. And then the next thing is overview. So on the left hand side, your overview, and you can actually do your entire long about that you had before.
Yeah.
So this time you don't even have to limit it to 750. You can actually do the whole lot if you want. So you go back to your original thing that you had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was an email.
I know you've got it as well. You put it into Basecamp for us as well, remember? So
the full one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the only thing would be you change that first wording just a little bit. So scrolling up, and you've got it in the paste above, I think. So scroll up, as in.
Yeah.
Oh, I could have sworn you copied and pasted it, and hit send. It's too weird.
No.
Okay. Maybe for now, what I reckon we do is let's copy the one that you have put in there, and then add what's missing. You know what I mean? So let's go. So scroll up. You did copy and paste the long to there, right? So then if you have that long about, and then copy and paste from your email into the rest of it. So,
well, I can do the email pretty quickly because it's right here.
Yeah, I was only thinking. I think you changed that first sentence a little bit.
I did one letter though.
Oh, was it
one letter? So
inbox.
It was. Copy.
Yep, back to base
copy.
Camp, but then it's actually here. Yep.
It was just I took out the allied, so I did.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure.
This is the first day. Yep. So just scroll down. So you still might want to take out some of this stuff and just tidy it up. So maybe for now.
Ooh.
Probably don't put the. Yes. So maybe just have a look at the YouTube. You might want to get rid of the about Brad, because really you can find that stuff out once they go to websites and things. And
is that the end of it?
Looks like it, yeah. Actually, you know what? It would fit if you just take out that last sentence. You see what you can see what was there. So if you go back and it just said about Brad, just said he's got a long. So it's just that first sentence there that just said about Brad. Since 2014, Brad has helped.
So just add this.
Yeah, maybe just add that little part there because we know it fits, right? So then.
But I thought the others was fitting as well.
No, I think it ran out. Well, according to that, it ran out. Yeah, see how it's 1931, which only gives you 17 characters left. Yeah, so
69.
Yeah, so maybe up the top. This is really so. Just so that's okay from an about perspective. I don't. So if we just check your dot points look okay when they're actually, because it just look. Yeah, so maybe just bring them back, and then only have one space between them and the dot point.
I'm not sure it's a big deal.
It's not a big deal. Okay, let's probably just the about Brad. We probably don't need the about. So give yourself a bit of space there. Yeah, and then you've got a little bit of space there. So it's really just the wording you've been able to have there. So, I think for now, let's just go save that. So it'll sit in there at the top, and then go back. So you now put your phone number in there as well. So you got that.
Yep.
It's like it wants. Just knock it back. So whenever you get any blue like that, just type it in. So anything predictive can sometimes cause you a bit of trouble. So yeah, that's it. Year founded. I think you said that you were going to call it. When you started, so 2020.
Yeah.
Then add specialty, right? So this is where the first specialty is probably just to use the terminology that we use for the hashtags, which is to say, I think we went.
Why can I scroll down? Yeah.
Oh no, so you just get, so there's the last thing, and then you just hit enter when you've added it in there. So you type in there. And then go
of
enter.
Course, yeah.
So let's go allied health. Allied health. and then go enter, and then go business consultant, and then go enter. And then you can actually put those things you put on the whiteboard. Physiotherapy, potentially you could write the different ones that are in there. Right?
Okay.
Enter.
Okay.
I can look at your whiteboard if you want. I think you'd written them
I'm just
down.
thinking of terminology. I sort of know them all, but
Physio, chiro, osteo, dentist, Chinese medicine, myotherapy, podiatry, psychotherapy, is it? Psychologist, maybe? Or
yeah.
Psychology?
A mental blank here.
Psychiatrist, is it? Psychiatry. Yeah.
Okay.
And
I'm not sure about the right.
Yeah. So let's go save. I think that just gives people a general idea of it. It's largely probably for us, and it may have some slight advantages from a search perspective. So let's go save for that.
Yeah.
And then you do your location. So on the left-hand side on the overview, under overview, you just type in the street address. Country. Click on that and then just get rid of stuff. So if you get rid of and then just click out on the left hand side. So instead of letting it predict it, then type in where it's got apartment suite. That's where you can go level 1. So you call it office hours if you wanted, So
no,
just go level 1. Okay, level 1. Yep. Then city. Now if you actually, so it's not. Yep. And then Vic. Just get rid of the C and put it back again. And then same with the 5 over there. And I don't know if you want to call it headquarters or...
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. And so you can go save there. HQ. We won't do feature group, but we will do hashtags. And the hashtags we're going to use, I reckon... you're going to use 4, but we only can use 3 here. So let's not use practice live. Let's use the other 3, which was allied health. Yeah, allied health. And then, what did we say? Business consultant.
Yeah.
Yep. It looks like it's predicting it for you. Yep, business consultant. And then the third one, what was the third one that we had was, if you go back to Basecamp, I think we posted it in there. So
yeah, we did definitely. Health practice.
Health practice is the so maybe so if you put in health practice, that sort of just clarifies that we're talking about health practices here. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. We go save there. Right, and we can close that up the top. Yeah. And no thanks. You go there, down the below, you say no thanks. And then what we can do is you close that. Go admin tools on the right hand side.
Yep.
Yeah. And then just go manage admin. I'm going to add me in here as well. So just add admin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you go Steve. In this case, I'm Steve, not Stephen.
Okay.
And there I am, the second one down. And I'll take super admin for now while I get you on the schedules and that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if we go home on the far left-hand side.
Yeah.
And what we've got at the moment, so you've got your, if you copy that LinkedIn admin address up the top. So that's what your address when you're going in or I'm going in actual fact. So that's the actual admin address, but we're going to copy the other one as well. So that's not the address you're going to use on your website.
No.
So we're going to use.
Post this
we're going to use just copy and paste underneath where we've got the other links to websites up above. There we go, underneath Facebook. Yeah, let's just paste it there, and then what we'll do is go back to LinkedIn and we'll go view as a member, and that will show us what the actual link is that you'd have on the website.
Before I do this, can I add this as a
as a shortcut? Yeah, you should have them. You probably should do that for all of them.
I should too.
So get rid of the little 44 in front of it, the brackets. You just go.
Oh, come on. But I will do this for all of them at some stage.
Yeah, that's right. Just go. Instead of calling it bookmark, you might call it social media. So you can actually create the folder. Choose another folder below, and then it'll say create a folder. So new folder on the left, and just go social media. Yeah. Cool. So that's added that. Now viewers member.
Yep.
And just refresh that. Let's not put the cover in there at the moment. Strange, still not putting it in there. But let's. So for a start, follow it yourself. So just go follow the blue button.
Yes.
Yep. And then copy the URL up the top. Everything in front of the question mark. For now, you can copy the whole lot and tidy it up. But yeah, that's your URL basically for this.
Should I labelise any differently?
No, it's fine. I'm gonna do that. We'll do a write up for you. So then go back to LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And then you go back to view as admin on the top right again. I don't know why I can't. Okay, so scroll down, and then we haven't added it. You can click on the pencil on the right hand side.
Yeah.
And go upload a cover image. And just do the one that we've got.
The banner again.
Correct. Yeah. Just open there. And bring it up or down. Probably bring it down. Yeah. So you can see the fella. Yep, that's how it'll finish up looking. Yep. You go save there.
Save.
Yep. And that's that. So now let's go to me up on the top. It's got Brad, your picture, right? And go view profile. And let's go where it says.
Can I add the banner into this as well?
Yeah. Edit profile. Yeah. Just put the same one that we just used.
Just keep a bit of uniformity.
Yeah. And then just bring it down. Yeah. You know what? Just so you know, for now, because there is a chance that your people will get notified of this, I wouldn't add it for now. Just because it's an iStock photo and kind of it's a bit weird. You already do have a following and all the rest of it. I'd suggest that you actually might want to just add it. I'd add a photo, but not that photo. Just close that for now. What I'll get you to do.
It's not desperate though.
Just so you know where you can find photos like this.
Yep.
Just go to where you've got new tab up the top.
Yep.
Just type in unsplash.
Yep.
And just go enter. And just click on unsplash. Beautiful free. And you could probably use something like Melbourne. You know, even if you just search for a Melbourne photo for now, or you can write health, for instance. You could write something in here. You can search for some healthcare. And so at least then you can maybe
No, okay. That's a good one. I'd never heard of that before.
There's a few of them. There's pixels and things, but this one, so because remembering that this is kind of yeah, so often, the other thing you could do is actually, for now, given that you have clients existing, is you could use the external of here. Could use
this
that
business
photo.
here.
Yeah, could use that photo that you're. So it shows proofs you as being a real business. You know, you have an office and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
That's something you could consider. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's yes, I'm getting much here. That's good. I'll leave it open anyway.
Okay, yeah, leave it open and just give that some thought. But I think for now, let's just add the fact that you've got that. But I think let's hold off on putting it because people, even
good. Well spotted. Yeah.
So let's go contact info first, and let's just make sure that part's done. So where it's got the 500 plus connection, and it's got contact info next to it, the little hyperlink, that one there. And so let's go the edit the pencil on the top right.
Yeah.
And see how it's got a little, next to it's got Brad-Regan 2A5. I want you to click on that little arrow up the top. Yeah, click on that. We're going to give you a tidy public profile. So there's a pencil on the right-hand side.
On there?
Yep. And let's see if there's any other Brad Regans. There may well be a Brad-Regan, but let's get rid of everything after Regan. And go save. And so what a lot of people do is they use that. So you've now got that as your, you can put that in the bottom of your email and all that sort of stuff so people can see your public profile, that sort of thing. So if you now go back to home up the top where it's got top right, and then you can close the one on the left because it's not good to have two LinkedIns open at the same time. Yeah, close that one. Yeah. And we're going back home here. And now we're going to go back to your profile, which is go back to me up the top. And view profile. We go back to our contact and we just update some of that. So contact info next to the 500.
Yep.
That's it. And then do your pencil up on the right, top right. And this
change
details, yeah. You might want to write in the, because this one's not going to pick up on any map or anything, so maybe just write in the whole. And then scroll down a little bit further, see if there's anything else. Birthday's fine, everything else is fine, just go save.
Email address.
Oh, yeah. I know email, you probably for now, you'll keep that, but we'll add the email in so people can get to you either way. Yeah. So let's just close that.
Yeah.
Let's, so that you know how to get to your, if you scroll down a little bit further, so you'll show you a little bit further, and let's go plus on the right where it's got experience.
Yep.
Add a plus there.
Yeah.
And what you're going to do then now is connect yourself. So you're the owner maybe, or however, director. Okay. Yep. So you click on director. Yep. Employment type. You just call it full time.
Yep.
And you just call it, and if you type it in, it should pick up on it. Practice live. There you go, and click on that. Yeah, and then location, you're going to write Spotswood. This might pick up on your spots. I think if you don't, I'd rather than writing street address, I think if you just write Spotswood, Victoria, that might come up. Or actually, I think let's have a look. Otherwise, you might have to write Greater Melbourne. I think Greater Melbourne is the actual. Yeah, so it's not going to pick up on Spotswood, but it does want to. Let's see. There you go. Greater Melbourne area. Yep. Awesome. And then when did you start? So I think you were calling it July last year.
Yeah. I think I made it June last year.
2020. Yeah. And then that's it. So you got no end date because you're actually doing it. And so headline. So real edgy in business and practice live. No, so your headline is you can. So the headline I think is normally this a bit different. So I would actually write that little short about, that talks with before you had all the contact thing. You would just talk about the fact that you are the grow your business.
Yeah.
So basically that. That part there, increase your income, reduce your and take control of your health practice. use that. In fact, that's all I'd use in there. I don't think you need your long about. So up the top, and get rid of the real edge and so you just do paste.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that's your headline, is it?
This is my personal one.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, let's talk about the headline for your just into current position. No, so you're not going to end current position.
So the position's been added in there.
So the headline, just scroll down. I don't think that you're so, and you can, so what we'll finish up doing, or I'd suggest you do, is ultimately add the picture that you want to use and you just put the website detail behind it. But for now, I just want you to, so the headline in actual fact, all that is actually director. I would have thought, but let's go save. I just want to see what that looks like because that's a weird headline. So your actual, we might just tell us how you find that. Okay, scroll down. Yeah, so that's that. Scrolling down. Okay, there we are, director. Yeah. Okay, director, business, and see, it didn't put anything else. It didn't change. So what I think, well, let's leave that there for now. And then what we might do, in fact, you know what we should have? Go back to adding your position down below. Click on that little pencil there where it's got there. So it didn't put anything in the about area. So what we will do is that what you just pasted, if you scroll down a little bit, and in the description, just paste it into the description instead, right? And then the people will be able to see that. They'll know how to contact you. It's on everything else, right? Then what we'll do is you scroll back up, and I think that you should have that as your because you've got this real edge in business. Now let's click on your pencil again, and we're going to edit that section, right? And so we've got Brad Regan's okay. Let's scroll down. So increase your business. Next bit. Oh yeah, increase your. Oh, that's what we did. So I see how it has taken that, but it just didn't save it. Edit intro. So scroll back up. Increase your business. So this is because this is the relevant to the practice live part, right? Just so.
Yeah, which is good.
Yeah, increase your business. So what you'd put in front of that is director at Practice Live. And the words at Practice Live. And then what you could do, increase. And then what you could do is then after your health practice business, do a space. Do a space and do a footy post. The stick that's above the enter return key. So somewhere over here, the straight up and down stick. On mine, it's above the backslash. So where's backslash?
Backslash is there for me. I'm going to use a vertical
stick. It doesn't even show a vertical.
Oh no, it is. Sorry, it is. Right.
Is there a shift and then up?
Yeah.
There you go, and then space.
Yep.
And I would basically, you're also, you would say business consultant at Real Edge. You maybe continue to, or however you want to sort of explain the Real Edge. Or you might even say Real Edge business consultant, and that sort of ties it in. Real Edge business coach. Yeah. And there you go. Basically, that's probably not a bad way to do it. All of a sudden, it sort of keeps to the past, but it kind of clearly focuses on what you're doing now.
Yeah. But people are going to get notifications of this, aren't they?
No.
Oh, they're not. Okay.
No, okay. Unless it was turned on, but realistically, when you do a post like that, it might go in the feed for 24 hours.
Yeah. It's also no big deal either.
No, it's no big. So really, the main reason we do it is so now you know the easiest way to get to your new business profile is to simply click on the your icon down below. I see how you've got it there, but I think if you click on that one, it won't necessarily. See how it's got practice live on the left, on the right hand side.
I should read this. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't. Let's see. No, see, and then you click on the logo, and that takes you to your company page, just so you know how to get there.
Good one.
That's the easiest way to get there.
Which
I think
not
just
finished it.
No, the only thing it's saying is because it wants you to do a post.
Oh,
so
yeah, okay,
that's the only thing that finishes that off. So now what we do is you want to save each of these pages into your favorites, and at the same time we'll copy and paste it and put it into YouTube where all those links. Remember we started the day doing that. So if you go view as members, probably the easiest way to do it. Go view as member. Then do you want to save this as a member in your on your bookmarks or no?
As a member, so that means I'll go into.
Yeah, so you don't have to. I think what we'll do, probably viewing it as a member. The only advantage is you know that then if you want to view it as an admin, all you do is click on the button. But copy the link up the top.
Copy it.
And then go to YouTube on the right hand side.
Just there?
Yep.
Yeah.
And go into customize channel. Next to manage video.
Yep.
And then go basic info up the top. Yeah. And then, so we're going to actually probably get update that stuff as well. But while we've got the copy and paste, let's scroll down a little bit. And then you've got your practice website we've put in, and then go add link.
Yep.
And you just type LinkedIn. It'll create the LinkedIn logo, but yeah. Yep. And then just go paste on the right hand side. You don't need all that sort of everything up. We don't need the question mark. You just go, that other stuff. Yep.
Take that up.
Yep. That's that one. Now we'll go to Facebook page.
So,
go to the Facebook page, copy the URL.
Copy.
Yeah, and then go to back to the right-hand side one, yep. And then add link. Just go Facebook. And then go paste.
Good one.
Yep. And then add link. We're going to put in your Instagram, whether it even... So click up the top, right? Still glitching. Click, 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 click.
Oh!
Hey, I think that time... Oh, okay. You're all set. Hey, there you go. Reload. There you go. Now get rid of...
Yeah, they'll be yours too.
Oh, true. Thank you. Oh, actually, no, they're mine. No, they're not. No. I got mine in my pocket. Somebody you with? Yeah, not mine. Not mine.
Not mine. No.
I don't mind either. Maybe the Jordans or something?
They would be Jordans, yes. Land Rover.
Let's go up the top. After the Instagram, it's go after the /. Just go type in there. I want you to just write practice live. At least it's a different message now. Practice live .com.au, I think we went with, right? And go enter. There you go. And then you can copy that URL link, and then we'll come back in a second, but that's it.
Copy.
And then put that into here. Go Instagram. And then go back to Instagram now. Let's complete it. So edit profile.
Yep.
And then you're going to go to the website. So www. Probably use the same as LinkedIn, where you put in. So you can try to start with where we go. Let's see how much we can get in where you use that short about.
Oh, sorry,
So go back to Instagram. So you're going to copy the short about and then put it into the bio. But it's so copy that. Now it's not going to let you. You won't be able to save it, but let's just to prove that. Let's scroll down and then go submit. Actually, before you even put that stuff in, I get rid of that stuff. See how it wants to predict the wrong thing anyway. So just get rid of that for now. Get rid of even the email for now because it's the wrong email.
Yeah.
And
of course.
and let's just go submit. But it'll be too long. There's too many characters. But let's just let it tell us that. Yeah, bio must be 150 or less. So I think we take out the. So go paste again, but just take out, and we'll just use the call Brad. So before we go and submit this time, we'll just say call Brad on. And then got that number, and then and get rid of the email as well. So call Brad on to delete. Yeah, and now let's go submit.
So not phone number?
I will put that in next, but just see if this works first. Profile save. Now you can put the website and then the phone number. Yeah.
Emails there. Website.
Yeah, and then phone number.
Yep.
I just don't. Sorry, it's just gone predictive again. So get rid of. See when as soon as you put your phone number in, it thinks your email is different as well. So go back up into your email, then click onto email there. Yeah, get rid of all that. And then submit. Okay, and then scrolling. Oh, sorry, up the top right next to the love heart where we just put your logo in now. Oh, what name? So name at the top's gone predictive as well. Get rid of all that name. Call it. So we're going to call it Practice Live. Remember?
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Practice Live. Yeah, and go down the bottom and go save again. Hopefully, there's no more. It's a bastard predicting, right? You can't change your. Oh no! Oh, I can't believe it. We couldn't notice that up the top. Oh, anyway, said 14 days, but yeah.
I'm not.
So it's just one of those things. 14 days we've got, so we know that that's the case. So on the top right hand side, profile, and then edit profile on the top, and then change profile picture up the top there.
Yep. Yeah, Instagram. What's this one going to be?
Logo. Yeah. So just the logo and open, and yeah. So that's that, and then now we go to back to Facebook for me. I'm just going to integrate these two and make them into a. So you scroll down on the left-hand side.
Yep.
And we'll get to settings. There it is. Yeah. And then again, you'll scroll down the left-hand side and you'll go to Instagram. There it is under branded content.
Yep.
Yeah. And then we're going to go connect account. And then allow, go continue. That's fine. Should automatically work out which one it is. But yep, that's you. So go log in. Yeah, and save info is fine. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Still loading. Manage. Okay. Yeah. Switch now.
Switch now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same again. Yeah. Password. So you just might have to. Practice Live, the top one. Click on that. You've got it there already. Just click on it down below. Yeah. That's it. And then log in again.
And that would be the password from Basecamp.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Instagram and Twitter are the two that have Basecamp. Yeah. And just go save and next. And done. Perfect. Right. So now no more headache really now. That's done. We don't even need to sync it yet because we know Brad. And so just scroll. Oh, she's still doing it. Still thinking. It's still doing it. You now create. Yeah. Just go OK. And yeah. Jeez. And then scrolling down, you'll see how it's kind of got the two. we won't worry about syncing for now. We know we can sync it. But just if you hit sync, what happens there? Just go sync information on the back up. Scroll down a little bit. See, it's got sync information. Yeah, that's it. And go, yeah, correct. Yeah, that's right. Okay, close. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I don't know if it did anything there, but in terms of what's connected, but at least it's connected. So as a business account, which is what we need. And so then we were just getting to Twitter, and you're one up back on Twitter, and we'll do a copy of the URL at the top.
YouTube?
For YouTube, yeah. And so you can just write Twitter in the add link. Paste that in. And scrolling back up, and see how you scroll up the top. So usually what generally gets seen is only those 2 lines. So I'd put the same 2 lines as your short for Twitter, which is kind of similar to that. Well, actually, you can keep that if you want, but you could just say contact, have your contact details, right? So just
in the description?
Yeah, just after it. So allowing practice owners to, as I said, you can either just replace it and use the Twitter stuff, or cool, Brad.
So they can be as long as it wants, kind of. Just wonder whether I'll just use a longer one that we had.
Yeah. Yeah. All that gets seen though is you could use the longer one, but only put it all underneath everything because no one else can read it. So they won't be able to see it anyway. So you'd only put it in there from the perspective of it might help you a little bit with search. But the main thing is going to help you with search is adding the videos. So really, so if you go publish that now, right up the top,
yep.
You'll see what I mean. If you then go view channel. On the there, yeah,
yeah.
Probably close the one on the left that we've got open.
That one there?
No, the other one, the other left.
Sorry,
no, it doesn't matter. We've already done what we needed to do. If you click on About Now, so underneath Customize Channel,
yeah.
So you can see all those links that are now sitting in there up the top. And then you can see that detail, right? So at least in the description, it's actually showing at least all scrolling down a little bit. You can see the contact us and that sort of stuff. It wouldn't do that if you basically put in. Actually, the email, view email, yeah, we did put that in there as well. So that's it.
That's good. So it's got these are all direct
They're
links.
Basically the links to the sites that we've created. Yeah, so if you click on any one of those, it'll go off to the site, basically.
Yeah, sure.
So as I said, it's the best in a roundabout way. It's kind of the best landing page from a social media perspective because it actually brings them all in together.
YouTube.
Those links. Yeah, YouTube does in a roundabout way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's good. And so the others have all been integrated with each other as well. Do they need to be?
Well, we've put them in there, but basically, what I'll do the write up for you, just in terms of what you want to be doing, is putting all those links onto the. And I'll tell you, there's a couple of. There's a little plug-in that you might put in as well. So you get Lucas to perhaps do that on the website for you, but I'll put that in down, and you could virtually forward it to him.
Yes, yeah, if you could, that'd be good.
Yeah,
they're
right up. Yeah.
They're doing it at the moment, so I've just sent them anything that they need to.
Yeah. So as I said, unlike web developers, we're done in 3 hours.
So nothing else to do apart from.
Well, for now, just get that update photo, and then the next session really becomes around how do you connect and get people to start, attention around them. For now, we don't want that. When we do want that, that's why we do the next session in terms of talking about inviting people that you're connected with to follow the company page, connecting the company pages, and following a lot of other stuff. Right. So, but at the moment, you really don't want to get people's attention until you're ready.
No. 3 weeks away, I would think. We'll have the end of the month.
Yeah, actually, I'm just thinking I was pushing. I better hit stop record on that because I think that's been good.
And as far as the material, getting the material to you, so that
well, our model does. I don't need you to get it to me because I just use the website content. So what we do in the planning session is I just talk about this is what we intend to share strategically Monday. Depending, I think we talked about maybe doing it as an extra small in the first place. If we're doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then we would
Yeah.
just say, okay, Brad, I'm thinking we're going to talk about why us. I think we're going to